my most invaluable pawn. So let the merge begin. Now that the spiders are gone, with the core in my hands, reality shall collapse, and my eternal reign will stretch beyond divine grasp. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. I do not fear you now. I exist beyond your time. Rule over cosmic beings. One thought could melt your mind. I do enjoy your rage. Could always entertain. Erasure won't come yet. I'll just provide the stage. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. Pasta and yo, it tastes like heaven. Wheat and pasta and it.
Alright, let's start it there.
Yeah. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Playing hero, Roroni, Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the wonder we'll get to 7. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? Hey, we got ups, but I wouldn't say we beat. How the saying go, it's a two-way street. Get me on the pipe and you know they had a tweak. I'm just trying to lay my name, you get what I'm speaking. We entertain the masses and anywhere the weekend. There's some asshole think that he can press the lead and fuck the whole squad down, get out within the weekend. But we stars, boys, so continue, go and see. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Play hero, Roroni, Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to 7. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? Talk big game till you learn it ain't one. Catching nails on this track's another freight ton. Not a single dub, so you gotta make one. G get domino, trying to go from grace. careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Plain hero Rogoni Kenshin. We kick it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to 7. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? We eating pasta in your hood. It tastes like heaven. We eating pasta and it good. Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's a pretty good bop, you know. I didn't really want to interrupt it. But... well, that's fucking ugly. What the absolute hell, Brave? What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, fuck. Alright, so, I use Brave browser, chat. I use Brave browser because, it's amazing. And you should use Brave browser if you have not, thought about doing so. Because it's good. Surprise, surprise, yes. But I have a random tab opened. And it's showing, this is a very scary looking face. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can say other than that. This is a random aside. I have to show this to you right now before I do anything. I was going to pull up Minecraft. And I am still going to do that. Don't you get it twisted. Minecraft is the vehicle for my autism right now. Besides me actively like learning to code. Like legitimately right now I am learning to code. And playing around with computers and shit, which I will also kind of show off as a fun little aside. I am learning to code and playing with computers and learning how to build computers. But I have to show this off because this is terrifying to me. We're just gonna show this off first. What the fuck am I looking at, Brave? Apparently, this is a game called Decentraland. Right here, Decentraland. The fuck is this avatar? I'm pretty sure this is an ad for a cryptocurrency website. One step closer to Satisfactory. Yes, exactly. Eventually, I'm just going to be doing Satisfactory IRL. I just have to go to Texas and beg them for their resources so that I can start building a spaceship with the oil. If that makes sense. But I don't understand what the fuck this is. This is terrifying to me. Anyway, that was your fun little start today. Hi everybody, how you doing today? I hope you guys are having a good one. Like the stream if you haven't already, because I don't believe that YouTube suppresses you if you don't like the stream. But if you have not had the chance to, if you would like to be counted as one of my blessed viewers, you should like the stream. Like the stream. Consider becoming a member if you haven't already. Thank you for the 5 Canadian. Will it read it out? I know that... Oh, no. Because 5 Canadian is like $4. I'll read it out in a moment. Thank you, though. But how is everybody doing on this Friday night? If you guys didn't know, I just concluded a funny little stream where we played a game called Guilty as Sock. It is a game where you are a bunch of socks and you're trying to prosecute people for a bunch of random crimes. In literally the first 5 minutes of the game, Magma told us not to use IRL crimes, and I immediately went for Nick Ricada. And they acquitted him. Did I get your ping? I did get your ping. Please ping me again after stream and I'll add you. I would have added you then, but I was in the middle of the game when I was doing that, so I couldn't do it. But, if you ate all the ice cream, I think she was guilty of eating all the ice cream, yes. And I had to be the judge over that. I was really sad. It was extremely depressing. How's everybody's weekend? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing all right. I have to go back to work tomorrow, so that's always a negative. But I'm 1 week closer to finally getting to move away from where I live. I almost said a hellhole, but this place isn't a hellhole. Thankfully, this place is fine. It was a good landing pad. For those that don't remember, the place I live right now is a landing pad from me leaving another situation. And so I always knew that my landing pad was probably not going to be the cheapest thing in the world because it was in circumstances that I wasn't, that was kind of unfavorable. If I had more time, if I had more ability, the place that I'm thinking about moving to, well, it's not a thinking. I'm like 99% sure the place I'm going to is where I'm going to. But if I had some more foresight and time and things didn't happen the way they would, I would not be here right now. But that's okay. I've spent the last year regaining my feet. I have been able to thrive, mostly in part because of you. Mostly in part because of you, and I'm appreciative of that. And so, I thank you for that. But I will say that next year will be a better year. I will be able to continue to further invest in the content. I'm in too many situationships. Not really. I'm just in too many situations that are wonky, if you know what I mean. Too many wonky situationships. I don't know. There's no sense in dwelling on that. But what we are going to dwell on is what we got for today. We got a lot of funky stuff to go through today. I have a good little mishmash of shit to go through today. All right, some of it could be VTuber related. I know some of it is gonna be VTuber related. I know a lot of you guys are excited, probably about what I'm talking about as the main header topic, which is Tectone fired from Mythic Talent. Maybe we'll see. I will say right now, if he actually was fired, quote unquote fired, or asked to leave Mythic Talent, this would technically be the second time that's happened to him. Because he was in OTK. Because OTK is also Mythic. Mythic is OTK, and OTK is Mythic. I think some people forget that. Some people forget that OTK had their hands on Mythic. Like, I've talked to people within the company, and they told me that they use emails from OTK to communicate with people in Mythic. Fired is a loaded term. This is true. This is very true. I'll use the proper term. He is leaving Mythic. According to him, it was a mutual separation, it sounds like. And we'll go through that. I got to make sure everybody has enough time to get in here, because 10 to 15 minutes isn't enough time. Some people don't even get it until the first hour. But we're going to talk about him tonight. I have some random other little things I would like to talk about as well. This music, by the way, is extremely upbeat, and I'm happy with that. Although I might change it to something a little bit more chill. I don't know. I'll leave it on for now. Press 1 if you want me to change it. Press 2 if you're fine with it. Sounds like Corpo Talk? Oh, it definitely is. 100%. 100% it definitely is. But we'll get to that. There's also some other... that's really going to be a rat section that I'm going to go through. I also want to talk about a content creator who has blocked me. Now, to be honest with you, maybe it was deserved. Maybe. I did call him a name. Very mean name. But I also have that to talk about today as well. Oh, what happened to this? There it is. I have some small political stuff I want to talk to. I have Trump in here as well. I have to talk about my disappointments. I have to talk about my happiness and my disappointments, you know, whenever that happens. And we'll kind of just, like, go from there. There. Oh, okay, there that is. Okay, never mind. I can close that one. Also, apparently, I'm being impersonated on VGen, which is funny. I'm being impersonated on VGen chat. It's kind of going ultra beyond. Which slurs did I use? All of them. All of them. Don't worry. I had a black trans Asian right next to me when I did it, and they said it was okay, so it's okay. Call someone a clanker. They also were disabled and used a robot foot, so yes, they signed off on all of them. All right, a black Jewish trans Asian has Indian heritage and also is Muslim and has a robot prosthetic. They said I could say all the slurs. They're all, and because they're trans, they're also female. They told me it was okay, so you know, can't get canceled if I get the pass from basically everyone. Deep heritage signatures, yes. Deep heritage signatures. All right, give me... I'm not trans. Okay, fair enough. Here, I'm going to swap the music really quickly to the lo-fi stuff, because the lo-fi stuff typically feels a lot more chill and allows me to feel like I'm not, like, being pushed around a lot. There we go. That's much better. That's called Summer Breeze, although it's not summer anymore. Kids are back in school. I had my boss the other day. He told me, by the way, guys, I know you don't do a lot of driving for work, but school's back in session, and there is a school nearby where work is, so don't be speeding. Actually, that does remind me. I had there was like a period where when I was a missionary, for those who don't know, by the way, I used to be a missionary. When I was Mormon, I used to be a missionary. And when I was a missionary, I couldn't drive because I refused to learn how to drive, because when I was young, I was scared to drive. But like, I had a companion that was doing the driving. And if for those that don't know, if you are in a school zone, you probably already know where this is going. If you're in a school zone, fines double. And by double, I legitimately mean it. So let's say your fine is $200 or $300. It's doubled to $600 for being in a school zone and speeding. And so he got pulled over. Thankfully, he got pulled over right outside of the school zone. The same cop allegedly like cited somebody earlier who was in the school zone. It was terrible. Is it because of the driving angle of the driving seat? No, I just didn't want to drive when I was young. I hated it. I obviously like to drive now. I mean, you kind of have to enjoy driving if you used to be an Amazon driver. But, you know, he was very grateful to not be the person that got ticketed in the school zone. Because that's a lot of money just for being in a school zone. It's extremely depressing, in my personal opinion. I don't know how I slow down. Like, I see a lot of people that just zoom on by. And I see them do that in a school zone, and I'm like, you guys are morons. When I used to drive for Amazon, I was extremely extra careful because I knew as a company vehicle, cops liked to poke at Amazon people. Not all the time, but sometimes. Anyway. Was he Indian national? No. He was a white guy from California. So. Anyway. Let's get into some small stuff. I wanted to give you guys a small update to my programming shit that I was doing. For those that don't know, I have taken an interest in learning how to code. Like I mentioned at the beginning. That reminds me of like the time when journalists were let go. You guys remember, there was a period of time where journalists were getting fired from their jobs. And one of the things that ended up getting construed as harassment was when somebody would turn to one of these journalists and say, well, just learn to code. Because saying learn to code is extremely hateful and bigoted towards these people. You know, these people shouldn't have to learn how to code. These people should be allowed to write their slop articles for their slop paper and get paid shit tons of money for it. But no, so one of the more common phrases of hate speech for these people is just learn to code. And I guess I can say now that I am embracing that to its fullest extent. But to give you guys kind of some updates for it, the basic course, I was taking a course because my job pays, like a lot of jobs I've been finding out, pay money for you to do some school-based stuff. I think they probably get some sort of fucking... I think that these what is it called? These jobs get like some sort of tax break for offering tuition, and my boss is like, well, if you've been here for 4 months, we don't think you're gonna leave, so we give you tuition every year, upwards of like $5 or $6 grand a year to study with. And I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. And I was like, do I have to like get a do I have to get a normal degree? And he's like, no, we have a lot of courses that could go in there, you know. So I did this when I was at Amazon too. I like studied a little bit to be a plumber, and I was thinking about becoming a plumber for a while, but then it kind of changed because the guy I wanted to become a plumber for changed his mind on what he wanted, and I was like, oh, okay. So that never really panned out. But instead, now at the current job, I can kind of just study whatever. So I'm looking into, at first it was basic programming. So I took a basic programming course. Like literally, the program is called Basic. Does my current job involve coding? No, but maybe a future one could. I don't know. I'll become a Discord kitten for somebody, I would say. Programming Discord kitten even. How's it going? It's going, my dry bread. But no, my current job is completely different. But I finished the basic program, and I kind of sped through it a little bit because I was intending to like do this whole thing, like legitimately. I sat down and I was like, okay, I'm going to learn how to code in basic. I'm going to make a fun little game. And then everybody told me, no, don't do basic. Basic sucks. Basic is like so outdated. Nobody uses it. And I was kind of seeing that because the program was written back when Windows 7 was still like a big thing, because it even mentions Windows 7. And I realized that it came from a book that was probably written when Windows 7 was like a big deal. And I was like, okay, this is old. And I told the course people, I was like, this is kind of a struggle because it's not using like current time based stuff. And they're like, I see what you mean. So I signed up instead for a Python class right after that. And I will tell you, it took me an hour and a half to set up the class. I didn't even get to do lesson 1. I had to set up I had to set up all the shit. And by setup, I mean, like, I had to download Python. Because I had to download Python. Can't just download Python. I had to download Microsoft's visual coding software. That apparently makes it easier for you to code in Python because this lesson requires it. And I was like, well, do I really need this? Because I don't like Microsoft. And the program's like, yes, you need this. And I'm like, fuck, I guess I have to get that. I immediately turned off Copilot, by the way, because Copilot's like, I can help you code. And I'm like, well, if you help me code, I'm not going to learn anything. So no, thank you. So I downloaded that. Then I downloaded a thing that allows Python to be accessed and used. And so now, like I said, I didn't really get to any coding today. All I got to learn how to do today was to navigate like the directory, which is something I kind of already knew how to do. Because when you have a gaming PC, you kind of have to learn just enough programming to like just get started, if you know what I mean. Excuse me. And so I knew how to already open the command prompt and all that kind of shit, but it was just like, this is how you go up a file, go down a file. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, this is kind of neat, but eventually I'm gonna like, move on. I'm serious about learning to code. Yes, I am serious about learning to code. But that's only like half of what I've been working on. The other half of what I've been working on here is actually like building shit as well. I'm not going to harp on this too long because, again, it's more of like a personal fixation. And I know some personal fixations aren't like the not everybody likes the personal fixations. But I have been working on stuff. This is the thing I've been working on. If you are unfamiliar with electronics, this is and I actually have it in my hand just so I can better visualize it. This is a Raspberry Pi 5 right here. And I have equipped it with its very first customizable hat. So for those that don't know, the Raspberry Pi is a baby computer. It is like literally a mini computer. This thing is like the size of a credit card. Literally a credit card. And right below it is the Raspberry Pi 5. And it has this cute little thing that you can equip it with called a hat. And there are multiple different hats that you can equip on it. That come in many different shapes and sizes, and this is the hat that I have decided to put on it. This is the Radza SATA hat. Now, that's a bunch of gobbledygook. I know, you probably... these are a lot of terms that I myself had to start learning the other day. Radza is another type of mini computer company. They make their own mini computer boards that look shockingly similar to the Raspberry Pi, but are not the Raspberry Pi. Buy a hat for your hat. Yes. What's funny is I actually thought about making a Raspberry Pi hat that literally just like has the Medicare stars on it. It wouldn't do anything except for maybe, you know what it could be? I could make a Raspberry Pi hat that just has the stars on it, and it's a cooling hat. Like, it is nothing but it's just a cooling hat. But no, this hat right here will allow me to connect external storage drives to it. So, you've got your hard drives where you store your data. Those 4 slots will allow me to plug in the SATA ports, which allow me to store stuff from it. Now, normally you don't have access to that with a Raspberry Pi, because the Raspberry Pi, like I said, is a very small, very difficult to manage little device here. It doesn't actually have access to many memory ports. It has room for 1 slot of a micro SD card, which is where you put the operating system. And that's it. So the hat system, where you can buy a hat, put it on top, and it connects with the little ribbon cable you see. I was really terrified I was going to break that because it's so very thin and fragile. But that little ribbon cable is what is connecting the Raspberry Pi to the Radza SATA hat. And with that hat, I'll be able to equip up to 4 storage drives. I'm not going to put 4 storage drives on there, but I am going to... I do have the capacity for it, if that makes sense. And a birthday hat when it's done? Yes. So, right now I'm waiting. I have some screws coming in the mail tomorrow because it's not... The little thing that it's sitting on there is like a 3D printed bed for it to sit on. And the plan is to put this inside a mini server rack, which I have already showed off before. Let me go on my Twitter real quick, and I promise I won't spend too long on this because I know not everybody likes the little programming shit here. But let me show you the server rack that I'm working with here, because that is another thing that I have also been working on. Boop. This is my mini 10-inch server rack that I've been working on. I may need to reorganize it eventually. But this is where the Pi is going to go. Now, that space below here is where it's going to go. This may change. I may move the TP link right here, which is where my Ethernet comes from. I may move that down and move the switch panel up along with this other thing here. But and now to give you guys a brief explanation as well, just because it's kind of confusing. The TP link here, this little blue box here, this is what allows all of my computers to have Ethernet access. For those that are that don't actually like do a whole lot with your internet, like myself before I got into streaming, you would never use something like this. Because you have your modem, or your modem and your router that are combined into one. Mine are 2 different things. But you have your router, and your router is what takes the signals and translates it so that you can like connect to the internet, basically. However, your Ethernet box typically only comes with 1 or 2 connections in it. So you can only put 1 or 2 things into it. And most families typically will only need 1 or 2 different things. Maybe there's a family computer, maybe there's game systems, all that kind of shit. You'll never need something like this unless you're me. So this is the TP link. This thing right here allows me to evenly, without issue, distribute the Ethernet connection from my box, which is off screen here. I'm probably going to put it on top of this when I move. But it allows me to take the Ethernet signal and plug it into here. Now, what this does is this number 1 here. Here, I'm going to scroll back down. This number 1 here. This is the in port for the Ethernet because it doesn't have like a back port for the Ethernet to come in. It has to go in one of these and then also go out one of these. But basically, it comes in this one it comes from the patch panel. By the way, this little thing right here is called the patch panel. This thing literally only exists to look pretty. All right, literally. Because when you are building a server rack and you have wires all over the place, it looks gross and people don't like it. But the patch panel here, the only goal of this thing right here is to put these wires and make them more uniform. Because I have nothing behind here. It is literally just to make it look pretty. So the 1 port goes into 1, and then the other 7 ports can be used for whatever the fuck I want. 2 of these ports are being used by my computers right now. If I wanted to plug in any of my consoles, I would basically take a Cat 6 Ethernet cable, and then I would plug it into one of the back of these, and then I would use it. Am I going to learn Linux? Yes. I actually have been looking into the Linux command system just so that I could play around with my Raspberry Pi, because my Raspberry Pi needs to be fiddled around with in Linux in order for me to connect the storage drives. I guess you're not going for the serial experiments lane aesthetic. I don't know what that means. You might have to show me a picture. But basically, 2 of these ports are being used right now. A 3rd one is going to be taken up by the Raspberry Pi. When the Raspberry Pi is mounted on here, I'm getting the mounting bracket because there's a whole big mounting bracket that I had especially 3D printed out of aluminum. And that's going to be attached here. Then I'm going to be able to slot up to 4 Raspberry Pis on this when I get the chance. Maybe. I'm thinking of only 1. Right, I only have room for... I only have 1 right now that I'm going to slot. And it's going to probably be here or here. Then I'm thinking about eventually getting another Raspberry Pi, or maybe even a Radza. Maybe. I have these special 3D printed cutouts, and they're for Raspberry Pis. But my plan is to get at least another one eventually, but this first one is going to be so I can experiment with storage drives and experiment with holding on to storage, because my eventual goal is to buy a 19-inch rack, which will be way bigger, way more expensive, and way more fancy, and play around with that. But until then, this is my baby. This is my little baby project I've been working on. Essentially, what this thing is going to do when it is done is it is going to route all of my network access to my computers. Basically, if I need to hook something up, I will come in behind, plug it in here, and then it will translate to any of my setup. And then it is also going to be a mini storage for my network, basically. So I'm going to buy some storage drives. I'm thinking 4 to 8 terabytes of storage, and they're going to sit here. And I have some expansion cables so that I can take so that I can plug in. Oh shit, wasn't supposed to show that. Yeah, that's coming up next. So that I can plug in a storage cable and plug that into the hard drive, and that will allow me to basically have network storage, so that I can put all my videos in it. Because my overall goal is I want to back up all my videos. I want to back up the streams that I like, and then I will have long-term storage of all of my media. I have other dreams as well, but those are expensive and long down on the way. Part of the reason why I want to move is so that I can start saving to start working on something like that. Because I want to build a media server for my family. TLDR media server is basically Netflix, but it's for stuff that you own and stuff that you want to keep like deep down. And all you need is your own storage and a small computer, basically. But yeah, this is my project that I've been working on slowly. It hasn't been too expensive. Honestly, to be honest with you, the most expensive part of this is the Raspberry Pi itself, because I got the 8 gigabyte one, because I know that the more gigs of RAM you have, the easier it's going to be for it to process. I wanted at least 8 gigabytes so that it could process the memory of the storage drives faster. And then the case itself was like $80 or $90. But beyond all that, most of this wasn't that expensive. I already own the TP-Link. The patch panel was $10. The 3D printing itself wasn't bad either. This was like $20 to print, and then I had the little printouts were like $10 each as well. So they weren't that expensive. The power supply, the power supply back here came with my my L desk. So I was like, you know what? If this can fit, I'm just gonna slap it back here and then have the power come out from there. I already had a fan, so I just need to buy an adapter so the fan can plug into a plug. And there we go. This is like a baby's first server, basically. If you want to build a server rack, if you want to get started messing around with networking or with building a little server to back up your data and files for long term, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. This is what I'm going to like build and then recommend. I am going to make a bigger video about this later down the line, because I do want to like go through the process and show people like how I built it, all that kind of stuff, which means I'm gonna have to take it apart and then rebuild it. But I do plan to make a video for people to watch if they are interested in seeing this. But yeah, and if people are interested in learning about this, I will not tell you how to do it because I am not a master. I will tell you what resources I have been using to get to something like this. Anyway, that's about it for the programming side. Like I said, I am jumping into Python next week. I'm going to try and complete a lesson every single day. And again, my end goal is to learn how to code, maybe get into IT work, all that kind of shit, because everybody's going to need IT forever. I would like to have better IT for myself, but everybody needs IT. And I don't know very many VTubers that do that kind of thing myself, besides like my mod temp. But my goal is I want to get into that kind of shit. Good luck with your project. It's a project that I want everybody to be beholden to and see, if that makes sense. And again, I do apologize if it's kind of boring, because I know it's not the biggest thing in the world, but I did want to share it because like it's one of those things that I wanted to share with you guys. So I have a lot of videos that I'd like to back up. You should do it. You should do it. And here's what I will say. Even if you don't have the capacity to build something like this, if you have room in your computer for another storage drive, buy yourself a hard disk drive or an HDD. All right, get an HDD. See if you've got the room for another SATA cable to go on your motherboard. Like my current computer, my main computer, it only has 2 SATA ports. So that's another reason why I want to do this. It only has 2 SATA ports. So I'm working on this so that I can like plug in my deep storage like this, basically. And then if you have the ability to plug in hard drives, boom. And just expand that way. If you run out of room, then you can talk then. And I can recommend videos and all that kind of shit. But I am not a master yet. I'd like to be one day. Chat. I like to think of myself as a budding. Mutahar. He was not an engineer, all right? Mutahar wasn't an actual engineer, but I like to think of myself as a budding engineer, so I will work hard so that I can actually obtain that as I will obtain the title of computer engineer and computer programmer so that I can teach people how to use Linux. Do I hate Twitch? Not really. I mean, ish, kind of. I don't know. Twitch is an influx kind of dealio. Why? I don't know. It really just depends. A lot of people have moved from Twitch over to YouTube or Kick. I have an 8 terabyte NAS that runs my Plex server. That's fantastic. My plan is to do something like that. Either make a central NAS for everything, or to have a NAS just for Plex. And again, Chad, that's a lot of shit that like. If it sounds confusing, I understand. I will not like force you to understand it all right now. I'm going to teach it to you as I go through it, basically. Plex was great until they started charging for remote viewing. Oh, that's dumb. That's really dumb. I have not really decided on what media server operating system I'm going to use. If Plex is like that, I don't know. I'll look into it. I have 13 terabytes on the main unit and 114 on hold hard drives. Jeez. Yeah, I'll be working on it. Eventually. Anyway, guys, did you know I have trading cards now? Oh, this isn't all of them. Fuck, I forgot to retake the picture. So chat, I have been gifted cards, not trading cards. I mean, technically you can treat them like trading cards. These are playing cards. His name eludes me at the moment. I feel like such an asshole. But there is a gentleman on the internet who makes custom cards for VTubers. He made these 3, plus there's also one for Lumi that I need to pull up as well. There's one for her I need to... Where is it? Is it in there? Is it? Where did it go? I don't have it in there. Fuck. I'll have to find it later. But basically, he made these. The art was done by one of my artists, and then he turns these into actual, like... They're actually really nice quality. They're not like flimsy playing card quality. Well, not all playing cards are poor quality, but they are really nice quality. They feel very thick. They're a little sticky if you like put your thumb on them. So I wouldn't do that, but they are really nice. And if I remember correctly, I think me and Rage were thinking about ways of like selling this to people. So if people want cards like this, it was RuneKeeper. Yes, it is RuneKeeper. So if you guys want cards like this, all right, I'm holding it in my hand expecting that you guys can watch me like wave it around here. But if you guys want cards like this, I think that is something we're planning on selling eventually as extra fun little merch. I don't know, Rage would have to kind of give me the 411 on that, but these are things that we would like to sell as part of merch for Lucky Entertainment. And I don't know. I think these are really nice. I like them. I mean, like, here's the thing. I like mine the most, but maybe that's just me. Mizu's is pretty good as well. And then Ava's is really good as well. I noticed that, like, they did, like, the artist who did these did, like, full art, card art. And then they did simple backgrounds for the others, but I really like these. I really, really like these. And I think the plan is eventually to get every VTuber and Lucky turned into a card, and then you could just sell them as a playing deck or some shit like that. Now that would be expensive because I'm expecting each of these to be like $10 each because they're not cheap to produce. But you know, it's whatever. The Clown Akko should have been a Joker card. Well, I understand what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Maybe there's room for another Akko card that's a clown. Or maybe Rage would be the Joker card. I have absolutely no idea. No fucking idea. We'll get a dog when the dog model is done. Temp, once you got that shit going, you should definitely ask May to make you one of those. Just saying. Just saying you need to get one. I'm scrolling through my images because I know I took a picture of Lumi's as well. I want to show Lumi's as well. Lumi also has one. There it is. Here it is. That one's Lumi's. That one is Lumi's. It's kind of like obscure because they are holographic cards. They are very nice. They are holographic, but they are that one is Lumi's. They're all, like I said, really high quality. And if you want one, stay tuned because we are looking towards ways to get you guys one if you want. What suit would Temp be? I don't know. I don't know. Here, I'm gonna close that now that I showed that off. Anyway, let me read these 2 super chats really quickly here, and then we'll continue. Devastator for 5 Canadian. Koyo is making a creature catcher. It's called Honkai Nexus Anima. It has 2 trailers out today. Wonder if Nintendo will try and sue them. Well, I don't know. We'll probably talk about that more on Dogwave, but yes, they are working on a game like that. It does look a lot like, it does have a lot of Pokemon feels to it. And, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Nintendo is, gonna have to start fighting on multiple fronts if they sue them excuse me, my brain just wanted to stop working right there. In succession with also suing fucking my brain does not want to Power World, there it goes. Pocket Pair is the name of the company, excuse me. But they would have to sue multiple people. I mean, hey, maybe they will. I have no idea. Clover because dogs play outside. Oh, fair enough. But yes, they are working on a game. We'll probably talk more about that on Sunday. So if you're interested in my opinions on that, you'll have to come back on Sunday. Sly for 2, happy Labor Day weekend. Yes, it is Labor Day on Monday. I actually asked my boss, I was like, do we get the day off on Monday? And he's like, no. Okay. I was like, do we get overtime? He's like, no. Okay. I guess that's like an optional thing at my company. But we don't get overtime, and we do have to come in. That's one of the few things where, like, when I was a security guard, I liked it because security always got overtime on holidays if they were required to be there, and they always got time and a half when there was overtime. So I liked that very much, but it's like, it's whatever. It's whatever. But anyway, do you guys, I have some fun things to talk about here. Today, do you want to start with Tectone? Okay. I'll leave it up to you guys. Press 1 if you want to start with Tectone. Press 2 if you want me to cover some other little stuff, and then we'll get to Tectone. Because Tectone's kind of like an overarching kind of story here. And I will say, if you like Tectone, I am just letting you guys know I am a very critical individual when it comes to talking about the guy. I've not really liked him a lot based off of how he has acted in the past to a lot of people. So I am just telling you right now, if you like Tectone, I am an extremely critical individual on him. And that is your warning if you don't want to listen to me being critical of him. Who? Tectone. We'll talk about him here briefly. Tectone is one of those guys. Okay, I'm seeing everybody press 1, so we'll just talk about Tectone. Tectone is one of those guys where a lot of people really recently been liking him. Like, and it's really astonishing to me, because he's had like a lot of situations where he has been thrown and thrust from community to community, and I've had a lot of, because like when I first got started talking about drama, one of the few people I heard people like talking about the most as like a shit heel adjacent in like the gacha communities was Tectone. Like he was one of the guys where if you were into gacha, he was just the guy that everybody either made fun of, or he was the guy that everybody said, oh, he's a drama monger. Because like everybody calls me, everybody's like, oh, Akko does nothing but talk about drama. And to be fair, they are not wrong. But like everybody, whenever you heard about Tectone, it was always just, oh, he is there just for the drama. He's there to poke at people and all that kind of shit. So I had always kind of known of him, like legitimately, I had always known Tectone as the guy that got into drama, basically, because of people that talked to me about him. Tectone is a person who parrots public opinion. Yes. No, 100%. 100%. And I'm so, like, bewildered why people don't understand that. Because I will tell you, chat. I unfortunately wasn't able to find the stuff I wanted to today. But I 100% believe that Tectone's more recent actions, where he is acting very, as the children say, la-based, I feel like it's an act, and two, I feel like it could change literally at any day. Because that's just who he is, that's just what he does. And I remember that my first interaction was him blocking me after me, not even, because like sometimes I directly at people, and some people block me because of it, and it's just like, okay, it's whatever. But like, I had not directly added this person or messaged them or tagged them on Twitter. I had, when I was like a year or two into being a VTuber, which by the way was not when I was covering drama, because like for the first couple years I didn't cover drama. I was just a normal video game shitter. But like one of my tweets where I just said Tectone is cringe. Legitimately, that's all I said is Tectone is cringe. And I only said it because like, oh, all my friends say he's cringe, and the reasons that they talk about, yeah, I think he's cringe. People had worse things to say about him, but I was just like very neutral, very just, oh, Tectone's cringe. I for one reason or another, like a couple weeks later, was like thinking about looking at his profile, and I realized he had blocked me. So, not even, all I say, Tectone cringe. Couple weeks later, blocked. It's like just... And I found that to be the funniest thing in the world. Because again, I had never mentioned this motherfucker. I had never directly added him. I didn't know anybody that was openly associated with him that followed me. It's just blocked. After a nobody shitter that had like 2,000-3,000 followers on Twitter because I was a role player, like, and then he blocked me. Now what's funny is I have like asked people like why he does that, and apparently it's just because back then he apparently blocked people for calling him cringe or gay or shit like that. Apparently he doesn't do that anymore. Apparently he's like such a big man that he can take criticism on the chin, even though he still blocks people. Oh fuck, I forgot to bring that up as well. As I have a lot of accounts of people talking about this guy being crazy and stupid and cringe. Couldn't handle the autism. Yes. Yeah. You know, I should bring it up. Hold on, give me a moment. But like he blocked me over that. And that was like my first real that was what kind of taught me all about his character and his being. And it's kind of evolved over time, where I've watched this guy basically just jump from community to community to community, being the most utter of shitbags, basically. Did he do something famously bad or something? No, it's more like death by 1,000 cuts. He's one of those... I almost liken him to Destiny, because like he acts kind of like with a lot of Destiny-isms. The only difference is he doesn't like get on and debate bro people all day. He just like is an asshole and calls people pedophiles if they like lolicon. Although apparently, according to the Tectone of today, he says that that's not the case. But that is something that he did when he was in the gacha community, was harass people for saying that they liked lolly characters or all that kind of shit. But that was him, basically. And so, you mean Destinyisms? Yes, Destinyisms probably would probably be better. Now, the Tectone of today is a Tectone that seems to be celebrated by a lot of people. And I would attribute this mostly to the political climate that we have seen evolve over the year. He's famous in the Arknight community. Everyone hates him. That sounds right. That sounds about right. Now, the Tectone of today is a Tectone where he has leapt away from being a gacha shitter that calls everybody that he doesn't like a pedophile. And instead he just like talks about politics and how much he hates trans people and how much like he hates woke shit, even though year 2 maybe ago he was saying how fine he was with trans people and saying how he was friends with trans people, all that kind of shit. And so it's just really funny seeing the guys shift around essentially. But yeah, like the basic TLDR is he jumps into a community. He hangs out in that community as long as he can. He gets into controversy because he picks fights with people in those communities. And then when the heat gets too strong because, you know, people hate him because he's a shitter and all he does is cause problems, he then leaps to another community. And then he's like, oh, those guys from that community, oh, they're funny. They suck. No, nobody cares about them. All that's like literally what this man does. 110% that's what this man does. Going down the alt-right pipeline for grifting purposes. I 100% believe it's a grift. Now, like, here's the thing. I believe people can, like, look at their previous political beliefs, because I've done this. I will tell you right now, chat. I grew up in a household that voted for Obama twice. I look back, and I think my mom looks back, and she's like, oh, that was a big mistake. I don't know why she didn't figure that out during the first term, but, like, my mom looks back, and that was like, oh, you know what? That was bad. But you know what? That's okay. God forgives. And I do believe that people can make bad political choices and then look back and say, you know what? That's stuff that I was okay with. That stuff that I put up with. I don't put up with it anymore. You know what I mean? And I do believe that people can have that. With Tectone, though, it does not feel authentic. It does not feel authentic. It does not feel real. And it does not feel like it is an actual real thing that exists. It feels like the only reason why he is doing it is because he wants to get something out of it. He wants to mesh with the individuals in the community that are rising right now, that are actually making waves, and he wants to ingratiate himself with those communities. And unfortunately, the big problem I have is that the communities that he's ingratiating himself with are eating it up and actually believe that this is the guy, this is the big dude. And it's just like one of those things where, you know, I get upset with it, but you can only get so upset with it because you can't really get upset with normal viewers when they see only one facet of somebody's life. They only see the now, and some people may not be aware of the past. I mean, some people may not even care of the past, because I've even asked people that say they like Tectone or say that they're indifferent to Tectone because of their Oshi that collabs with him, and I'm like, you know that this is the stuff that he's done in the past, and that he is known for like being a flip-flop, and they're like, yeah, I don't care. He's like, I think he's fine now, and I go to them and I'm like, do you realize that the moment that he decides he's going to flip-flop, because he's done it before, he'll do it again when it is profitable for him, your Oshi is going to be left in the dust, all right? Your Oshi's going to be left in the dust. If he feels like calling them a pedophile, he will call them a pedophile for no damn reason whatsoever, and then he'll just move on. And it's up to you to sit there and watch your Oshi picking up the pieces. Like, I've seen it happen. It's happened before. And all he does, all right, like, legitimately, I feel like what ended up happening, and this could just be this is my silly rat. This is not, like, actual gospel truth. I feel like what happened is he saw the tides turning. He saw how Asmongold was rising. Because, by the way, him and Asmongold are buddies. I don't know how much of buddies they are, but him and Asmongold are buddies. They both were in OTK together. back when they both were in OTK, which they both have been asked to mutually step out, if I remember correctly. At least he was. And so my bet is he saw what was going on with Asmongold and was like, you know what? I'm going to mimic that myself. And I'm just going to start calling all trans people things. I'm going to start doing X, Y, and Z. I'm going to start grifting to the people on the right. And guess what? It worked. It worked. You have a lot of people that are on the more right-leaning side of YouTube lapping it up. All right. And I'm not trying to be mean here. All right. I am not trying to be mean to any of those individuals. All right. If those people want to network with him, if they feel like he's a safe harbor to get down with and talk to, I don't care. All right. Those people have been warned. They've been told the signs. They know what's going on. It's literally like if you make friends with some of the people that I would consider to be on the direct opposite side of this. They're maybe on the more left-leaning side. And they're like, oh, he's not... Here's how I phrase it, all right? Here's literally how I've heard people say it. Oh, Tectone's not... Tectone hasn't called me a pedophile. Tectone hasn't said mean things about me. So it's okay. Listen, I don't care if, about what he's done in the past. He's not being mean to... Like, literally, I have heard people say, oh, he's not mean to me, so I'm fine with it. Okay. You know, and again, I can only get so mad at those kinds of people. All right. I can only get so mad at those kinds of people because it's just like, all right, I understand that when you're in the online creator world, you have a couple of years to make it big unless you can sustain yourself and unless you can build yourself on a community, all that kind of shit. I still think that there is a bit of responsibility that people should take. Like, I feel like they should acknowledge, yeah, he's a bit of an asshole and he's done shitty things to people. Like, if those people did that and if they could acknowledge that, like, what he's done is shitty, yeah, I'll be honest with you, I probably wouldn't care as much as I do. But all I see is a lot of people just being like, buddying up to him. And I'm like, you are next. I know who you're talking. I'm not naming people in specific because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people are doing it right now. A lot of people. Some of them are people I'm not the biggest fan of either. Like NuxTaku, because like, and again, you can like NuxTaku if you'd like. I don't like him because he feels very snaky, very two-faced to me. With how he acts, with how he decides to also go around different communities, but. That's a me thing. That's not like a you problem, if that makes sense. How many streamers have not done what he does? I don't know what you mean. But anyway, so I wanted to talk a little bit today about the things that like have happened leading up to this moment, because the title of the stream that I made is that he is leaving Mythic. All right. Tectone is leaving Mythic. In fact, let me bring up the tweet for that because I feel like it is very important to share. Now, I haven't actually checked the Mythic website, but I imagine that he will be removed from Mythic eventually. And this gets into further rats. All right. This will get into further rats I have about Mythic in general because I've had some opinions on Mythic that I used to think really highly of Mythic. All right. But as I've moved on, as I've seen some of the creators there and there, as I've seen some of the actions they've taken, as I've talked to people behind the scenes, I'm like, I don't know how confident I am with Mythic anymore. All were rats, by the way. All were rats. None of them are personal, like proven with fact. All of them are people telling me things here and there, if that makes sense. But anyway, Tectone says, spoke to Mythic leadership today, and we agreed that it's best if I step away from Mythic. Nothing but love for the team, and I'm excited to watch them as they continue to crush it. That being said, they've always done right by me, so I'll continue to recommend them. So, Tectone is stepping away from Mythic. Now, chat, what, might you ask, is the reason why? He doesn't actually mention the reason why. He doesn't actually say. If he has said it on Twitter or if he has said it on stream, I haven't seen it yet. But Tectone has stepped away from Mythic Entertainment. Oops, sorry. You can keep that there. Let's not forget, by the way, that Mythic Entertainment, again, is OTK, the group that he was either a founder of or one of the first members of. So, a group that he was also asked to walk away from during when he was in other controversy. But, like, he's stepping away from it now. And it feels very performative to me. Almost like they're trying to push him away. Like I don't really know why, is kind of what I'm trying to say. However, there are a couple of ideas that I feel like could lead to it. One of the thoughts I have is he is currently being accused by an ex of his of some form of sexual impropriety. I don't know 100% of the details. All I know is that he had a partner of some kind, and that partner has accused him of things. And ever since this partner has accused him of things is kind of like when he's kind of like spun up and changed himself to this massive degree. And some people think that he has changed his opinions because of this individual. But essentially, if I am reading the situation right, he basically got Me Too'd. If it is what people are claiming. A lot of people, by the way, claiming that they don't believe the girl. And you know what? That's fine. I don't necessarily believe people off the bat either. The only reason why I bring this up is it is a potential reason that I see why he was asked to walk away from Mythic is because of this situation. Now, that was a situation that I believe happened almost a year ago, or maybe longer than a year. I know that it's ongoing. I know people who have had brief conversations with her where she's talking how she's going to the police or talking with the police. Like she is keeping silent about this. She basically came out and said, this happened to me, or she alleged that something happened to her, and now she's going to the police and she's dealing with it behind the scenes. Which, in my personal opinion, if you do actually have something that's going on with you, that is the right way to take it. That is the right way to do it, and you should not be like writing a Google Docie and then throwing it out in the public. It is my understanding that she's been a little bit up and down on trying to keep it public and private or not. I know that she's talked a little bit about it, but for the most part, it seems like she's keeping it in the private. So I feel like that could be one of the reasons why he was forced to leave. Why did he leave? We don't know. I am going to be voicing my thoughts, my opinions, my rats on that. By the way, like the stream if you like. Because this is a very fun topic for tonight. But the alleged sexual impropriety is one of the positive reasons that I have. I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Actually, I have, but those individuals I'm not going to mention because I would like to keep them there. I don't want to mention them because it's been more private conversations. But like his impropriety is one of the potential reasons. One of the other potential reasons is just because of how he himself has conducted himself over the past year. When it comes to Tectone, he's a very bombastic asshole, and he's been banned on Twitch multiple times. Now, in my personal opinion, bans have been very spurious. I don't agree with them. I think that, I mean, it is technically against terms of service to call people the F slur, but, if he wants to do it, I personally don't care. But he has been banned quite a lot off of Twitch, and I feel like that is a potential other reason as well. I mean, like, what is funny is him announcing that he's stepping away from Mythic comes hot off the heels of him getting banned again on Twitch for using the F slur. And it's just like, again, I don't feel like that's the actual reason. I feel like that's a dumb reason to ask somebody to leave Mythic. But it is a pattern of behavior where he is doing these actions, and I feel like it's intentionally provocative. Like, don't get me twisted here. I 100% think that him calling people these slurs, getting people to ban him, all that shit, I believe it is 100% intentional. I think he's 100% trying to intentionally get himself banned from these platforms. Why? Because we have proof from a lot of different creators that getting yourself banned from Twitch for a day for whatever reason, or for 2 weeks or whatever, is a lucrative way to grow your viewer base. I don't have the logs on me, but I knew of a couple of female VTubers that basically came out and said that they were intentionally going to get themselves banned by showing too much skin on their VTuber model because it gets them out there. It gets them the clicks. They can go out there and say, oh my gosh, Twitch banned me for a day. I'm going to have to take a vacation. Like, that right there is free publicity, and people eat it up. Oftentimes, these women make more money, too, because these women that often do this are OnlyFans whores, and the OnlyFans whores use it specifically to get more money. So I do believe that he is doing it for the attention that comes with it, because I'm going to be real with you. The moment that he started getting banned and like coming out and saying that he was banned and that he's being unfairly punished on these platforms, his viewership spiked again. Because, like, he's had these spikes of his viewership going up and down and up and down. And whenever he does these controversial things, it goes up. It goes up. So I do believe 100% that he's doing it intentionally. And I think that his overall goal... And I laugh well as I say it because I do think that it is an extremely retarded thing to do. But I think his overall goal is to try and get himself permanently banned from Twitch just so that he can be a perpetual victim. Which, by the way, is extremely funny. It is extremely funny for him to try and paint himself as this perpetual victim. Because guess what? That's what the lefties do. The people that he apparently rails against, yeah, that's what lefties do. Which is, like, perpetually make yourself a victim so that you can say, oh, I'm a victim. Society's pushing me down. Now, I would also like to make it known, I don't like Twitch that much. Someone asked me earlier if I don't like Twitch. I don't really like Twitch that much, personally, because Twitch is a platform that is very obviously biased towards a small subset of creators, lets these creators get away with almost murder, advocating for the unaliving of people. So I agree that Twitch is bad and that they should be more fair with their creators. However, I do believe that he is intentionally trying to get himself banned. He's intentionally trying to get the attention that comes from trying to get himself banned. And I'm fine with people clickbaiting. I'm fine with people finding new ways to get attention. Mr. Beast does it all the time, and I'm not really the biggest fan of Mr. Beast anymore. But like, I don't mind people grabbing that bag as long as it feels honest. But getting yourself banned from a platform for breaking terms of service, I don't think that I don't vibe with that. I don't vibe with that at all. It just feels like a very cheap, easy way for you to get attention. Just say, "Oh my gosh, I'm being railed against by this very unfair platform." And I don't know. I've just never liked it. I don't like it when the e-thoughts that use their VTuber models do it. I don't like it when the e-thoughts in their hot tubs do it. And I especially don't like it when the fat, bald Eggman does it himself. I just don't care. I think that it is a bad tactic to grow. I think that it's being done intentionally by him and a lot of these other people. So, saying fat is a crime? Yes. You know what's funny is, if I call him fat, would I accidentally get banned from Twitch? If I do get banned from Twitch for calling him fat by accident, that would be hilarious. Chat, I'm a victim. I'm a victim for calling Tectone fat. Actually, I can't get banned because, like, see, here's the thing is you can call him fat, all right? You can call him fat. You can call the approved people fat. But if you call any of the unapproved people fat on Twitch, then it's completely fine, you know? It's completely fine. Tectone is always a victim. I agree. I 100% agree. And that's the thing that bothers me is, again, you have groups of people that subscribe and like this man, but they don't recognize that he is always 110% just a grifter. He has always just been a grifter, all right? That's always what he has been. I'm trying to find this other piece of media, too, from him that I have here. Is it this? No, it is not that. That is a Yip song. But, like, he's always been a grifter. Not only has he always been a grifter, but he has always played to the different sides when it has been beneficial and useful for him. Oh, I'm trying to find that video because that video was so good. Hold on, I'm going to have to... I might not have it anymore. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to cut this out if I... I might not have it. I'm so sad. Oh, fuck it. Alright, never mind. I don't have that video on hand, so... Well, whatever. I see him as prideful. As a prideful know-it-all. Yes. 100% a prideful know-it-all. But anyway. Continuing on here. Hello.
Hello.
You said you wanted to come on, so I'll let you talk for a moment while I try and find what I'm looking for.
Alright.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
Overall, what you stated was pretty good, but I would say, for me, people that are like shrugging off, you know, the shit this guy does, or, you know, carry water, I find ridiculous. It's like, yeah, no. You know, if you're doing that, you know, you're willfully just sliding and letting this shit pass. It's like, you're the reason why your communities go to shit.
Yeah.
Like, people mentioned how, he was in Arknights. Yeah. And I remember when he was trying to weasel his way into Blue Archive. And the Blue Archive community basically told him, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hands down, no one was vibing with him. And everyone literally was like, get lost, dude.
Mm-hmm. No, 100%.
But I'd say the Destinyisms, no, it goes further than that. You never said this. He's a fucking chameleon. He jumps into any community he can latch himself
I have said
onto.
that, kind of.
You said it kind of, but you didn't say chameleon.
That's fair.
And that's specifically what he is. He is basically Destiny, but for the right wing.
Without the pedophilia. He's Destiny without the pedophilia.
Without the pedophilia.
And the cuckoldry, as far as we know.
He has a high propensity for throwing that allegation at others.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, he's changed. He's changed, guys. He definitely won't say that anymore. Totally.
No, for sure. For sure. Especially now that he's friends with Chibi. Now he's friends with Chibi, he's not going to call lolicons pedophiles anymore. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And, she knows, she changed.
Not her.
Guys.
I'm talking about Chibi reviews.
Oh, sorry.
A lot of Chibis.
There are too many.
There's Chibi Necodemics. There's Chibi. There's the female Chibi, and then there's Chibi reviews.
Lol. Also, apparently he got cucked by his ex-wife.
Oh.
She's your ex. How are you cucked?
That's funny.
You can't be cucked. You fucking divorced them.
If you divorce somebody, then you can't be cucked. No, that's not how that works. Sorry, chat. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, like, I remember what I was talking about here. So, again, you say that he's a chameleon. He is definitely a chameleon. Chat. And I unfortunately didn't have it pulled up. I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. So it is one of those just things where it's just like, I remember this. But I know that he used to be friends with trans people as well. Like, he used to be friends with these people. Maybe he still is. I have no idea. But, like, it is just really funny seeing him go on the whole trans people are, the whole trans people are mentally ill kind of thing. But literally a year ago, he was friends with a lot of these people, and he celebrated a lot of these people. And it's just proof that he likes to flip-flop whenever it's convenient for him. Because, again, he is surrounding himself with a lot of these anti-woke people and a lot of these anti-people. And it's just, like, very obvious that what he's doing. He was cucked when he was married. Oh, snap. That sucks. But I have another example of him, like, being a flip-flop. Do you guys remember, do you guys know what's going on with VShojo right now? The VShojo shit, extremely serious, extremely sad. Everything that's going on, all the VShojo stuff, I don't really have a full solid opinion on it yet because I haven't done all the studying I want. But the stuff with VShojo is pretty sad, pretty sus, and Tectone has some opinions on it. So this was uploaded originally by Azahara. It was removed. Not sure why entirely, but it was removed. And I thankfully had gotten a clip of it because I thought it was extremely funny and extremely hypocritical of him. I also really like his me versus everybody shirt. That is extremely conceited of him. Holy shit. But yeah, so chat, don't you know Tectone hates VShojo?
I would just like to say VShojo's probably the least bad.
He hates VShojo.
Never mind.
How controversial.
Okay, shush, I have to replay it now. Let me start over.
Epic fail.
I would just like to say VShojo's probably the least bad.
Oh! VShojo. By the way, this was April, chat. April.
Because at least you get to keep your identity. And I think that is so important. Now, I'm not going to say they're not doing other things that are bad, but I would say kudos to them for at least allowing your VTubers to keep their identity.
By sheer coincidence.
VShojo is, and has always been, the worst VTuber organization.
Oh! Okay. Okay. So VShojo is good here. But I never trusted them in the first place.
I see we have an interesting story tonight.
I have been saying this for well over
I saw
15 months.
Tectone.
Oh
on the
shoot!
preview.
Hold on.
What's going on now?
We gotta
Yeah,
start over.
wind it
Hold on.
back,
Hold on.
yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on, Jazz.
So chat. He says that VShojo sucks. How long has VShojo sucked, and how long has he kept up that opinion?
Saying this
Oh,
for
hold on. We'll go back here.
been the worst VTuber organization. I have been saying this for well over 15 months.
Oh, okay. So VShojo sucks, but he's been consistent about it for the past year. I getcha. Give me one moment.
That is just the irony. The I am always right even when I'm flip-flopping like a fucking maniac.
I getcha. So it's always sucked, but like
I've not kept up with the Tectone VTuber opinion, so I'm assuming that there's been some inconsistency here.
there's massive
Oh, yeah, a lot.
inconsistencies. This is just some of the stuff I was able. This is the one I've been able to pull up today. I know that if I spent time and looking through it, I could pull up multiple. You didn't count January Akko clearly. So like Pirate Software, a little bit, just a little bit. That's maybe a little bit offensive to him because like Pirate Software is like everybody hates Pirate Software now, but it's just like yeah, he's just a little bit inconsistent. Mama Akko proposed to Asmongold before Curse steals him. Absolutely not. I don't want that in my life. I'm sorry. But yeah, chat, so Tectone's always been wrong about VShojo. Now, you could make the argument that he was talking specifically just about the models and shit, but it's just like, no, I don't care. I don't care if he was just saying, oh, they're good for the models and shit. No. You can't just say, oh, they're good in this one thing, and then a couple months later said, I always knew they sucked. I always knew they were horrible, and I always knew that VShojo was a shitty company for every inconceivable reason. Okay, understood. Have a nice day, sir. He definitely no, again, chat, and that's why I am making the point I am making is that Tectone will flip-flop whenever it's convenient. 110%. Whenever he has the I bet you if I did some research and I looked back in his history, maybe he had nice things to say about Cinder. I bet you if I looked back, maybe he had nice things to say about Cinder or nice things to say about any of these people that he claims that he hates now. All right? I bet you. Hold on one moment. Here, Jazz, I sent you a DM. But like 100%.
Well, to be fair on that one, weren't most people cool with Cinder before like the thing happened?
No, well, yeah.
Fake
But
as fuck.
here's my thing. You can say, oh, I don't like that person because they did something bad. But like to go from, oh, I always knew that they were a horrible person. That's inconsistent and shitty of you, bro. It's like legitimately horrible. I don't like that whatsoever. Because all it shows is that he is willing to change his opinion based off of who it is, based off of what goes on, and he will flip-flop. He will 100% flip-flop. I don't like that whatsoever. He did that for Gura. Wait, did he really? I didn't know. Did he actually say that bad shit about Gura and then change his mind? Oh, if he did, that would be the funniest thing in the world. I don't have proof of that, chat, so you're going to have to provide it. You're going to have to provide it, but that would be funny. Funny if true. When people criticize him, dude loses it and goes and plays victim. No, yeah, and again, like, here's my thing. You cannot be a victim if you are on the right, you can't be a victim. All right? I'm sorry. Right now, the right is doing nothing but winning. All right? They've won the election. Everything is right in the world. All right? You're not a victim anymore. All right? Sorry.
Well, you say the world, but I feel like the UK would probably disagree with you.
Okay. UK is a little. I would say the UK is maybe an exception to that rule. But like, what I'm trying to say is, you can't claim, and this is the argument that I will claim for somebody like the Quartering, because the Quartering always comes out and says, "Oh, I'm being censored. Oh, I can't get anybody to watch my content. Oh, YouTube is shadow banning me." And it's just like, broski, we are living in an age where literally there is so many the content is free flowing and it is out there for people. I think the answer to the thing is you just suck. That's the thing.
Yeah, no,
Go ahead.
I would say that yes, the right is currently in ascendancy. Now, while there are lefty companies, stares at Twitch, that can still be, you know, suppressing you, silencing you, the whole 9 fucking yards. Overall, yeah, you're not really a victim when, you know, your group is holding a lot of keys to power. Now, another thing, but that reminded me, Akko. Sorry, I mean to side tangent us a second.
Nice.
You were talking about how people were planning, you know, getting banned because it helps bring in the views. Tectone does it.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I 100% believe he does
So
it.
many fuckers do it. No, I know for a fact. I ain't gonna name names because I ain't like
I don't want you to.
an enemy with this person, but I know many people who fucking have said, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I planned this, so that way." Because guess what? If you're real cool with Twitch, they do it. They ban you on a day you're already not gonna fucking stream.
Pretty much, they do. Mm-hmm.
They do it with Piker.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There were leaks of them doing that
I did
with
see
Piker.
that happen, yeah.
Yep.
I synced it.
I would say just the USA. I mean, that's fair. But if you want to say just the USA, Tectone lives in the USA. All right, he can't really. I'm just done with the victim mentality thing from him. You know what I mean? I think that the victim mentality, it just gets annoying and boring, and it's just like, broski, if you want to pretend that you're on top of the world, that your Mister doesn't get bullied by anybody, but then you get banned and you want to cry foul, it's just like I don't agree. I don't agree.
Yeah, it's like, pick a lane, motherfucker. Are you Mr. I don't give a fuck, or are you Mr. Victim?
No, legitimately. I think he likes to be a victim. And again, I do believe that he was more left-leaning before the election was over, because he was friends with people that I would consider to be way more left-leaning. May still be friends with those people today, but it's just he's not going to like... I had somebody even claim to me that allegedly he said trans people were cool at one point, which again, you know, I don't really feel like that's a bad thing. All right. You know, I don't care, but I feel like now he has legitimately just made this flip only and purely because it makes him more money or it makes him more clout and he can network with more people. He can get more attention from these people. He can scoop up those audiences. And then if it's convenient for him, he's just going to move on. That's my thought process with him.
Yep.
So...
And to those that are not aware of this, because again, you have to be like, you know, back in the old days where we follow the Ethan Ralph shit. If you don't know, you don't know, obviously. Yep. But that doesn't mean, like, if someone tries to fucking tell you and you cover your goddamn ears, whether you're a VTuber or just a fan, if you don't listen when someone's trying to warn you, then you're the fool, and therefore you get what's coming to you.
Again,
like, if you get warned and then fucked over, it's like, well, I told you this would happen.
Again, it is the most irresponsible thing in the world for me to hear that somebody says, "Oh, I like Tectone because he's not mean to me. Why should I care?" And it's just like, like, should I say that you know, I can like Hassan Piker because Hassan Piker hasn't been mean to me, even though Hassan Piker is a literal terrorist, in my personal opinion. Like, that's literally how the argument goes. It's like, oh, Hassan, all those people that are friends with Hassan, listen, they could be friends with him. He hasn't, like, burned them yet. They have no reason to not be friends with Hassan. That's the comparison I'm going to make. That's the comparison I'm going to stick with. Even though Tectone isn't a terrorist, I think that is an apt comparison. I think that it is pretty apt. You can't say, well, I know that he's an asshole, but he's nice to me. It's just like, okay, so you're fine with him doing all these things and being a shitheel to all these people? Okay. All right, you sound pretty fake too then.
Yeah, like, you know, I get it. You know, what someone else does ain't really of your concern, but if someone's fucking with you, and if they especially are fucking with your friends, and you ain't gonna be like, don't fuck with my friends, asshole.
Yeah.
Then what kind of a friend are you?
Yeah. Now, to be fair, chat, like, the thing that sucks about this is Tectone isn't, like, the only guy that kind of gets this pass. I know a lot of people, specific Canadian comes to mind in general, where it's just, like, these people get the pass because, oh, they're nice to me. You know, I can excuse their behavior because they're nice to me, and it's just, like, it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You are literally a dumb fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you have something you wanted to add, Jazz?
No, just I was thinking about it. It's like, yeah, but like if I have two friends who are like fighting and they're fighting over something stupid, I'm perfectly like fine with just being like, well, let you guys sort that out, and I'm gonna go do something else over here, right?
I
Oh,
agree.
obviously.
Again,
Right.
There's-
every time Rose and Mizu go at it, I'm like, well, yeah, you guys sort that out.
Well,
and,
You guys
Mizu,
strangle
you want
each
to
other,
First to
I'm
send it later.
walking
We're
away.
good.
The difference is Rosa and Mizu aren't trying to commit life ruination against each other or calling
Right.
people pedophiles. Like,
Yes,
if
fair.
that were to happen, I would assume that if Rosa called Mizu a pedophile, you'd be like, are you being
Yeah,
for
I'd probably be
real?
like, yo, chill out.
Like, I
Yeah,
know,
we
like,
need to chill a
legitimately,
little
that
bit
is
at that point.
it's a lot. It's one of those things where, come on now, you can't say that. I don't approve of this, because like there are
Yeah.
logical points where it's just like, this isn't okay, this isn't cool. I think that you're a decent person and I like you, but what you're doing right here goes too far. And if they're a real friend, that they would understand what you mean. So
Yeah, and but I know in Rose's case, I wouldn't even need to worry about that in the first place, because Rosa is smart enough to not like accuse people of actual crimes based off of fucking
obviously.
drawings or whatever. You know, so.
obviously, and I don't think she would. I think that, I mean, that was the example you brought up, but
it's just hypothetical. Like, yeah, no, I got you.
oh yeah, but
it makes sense. It makes perfect sense what you're saying. For sure.
yeah, it just bothers me because I am noticing a lot of, and again, like I said, Tectone is like one individual on this pendulum where I see a lot of people be like, oh, I can be okay with him because he hasn't called me a pedophile. He hasn't said these horrible life ruination like statements towards me. I can accept him. And it's just like, do you really feel like that's okay? Can you really be okay with that? Is that really like a line that you're okay letting him cross? Like, do you really not care? And it's just like, I'm not going to play the moral fiend here. If people like say, yeah, I don't care. It's just like, okay.
Well, then don't cry when you're next on the chopping block, honey.
Yeah, I've literally said that to some friends. I've literally just said, you realize this individual has hurt your other friends, and you're okay with that. And I've had people tell me, yep, and it's just like, okay. I might not look at you in the same light ever again because I think that's gross and disgusting, and I think that you're gross for being okay with this behavior, but like, have at it, queen or king. So, but yeah, but kind of like segueing on from Tectone into the next thing, I wanted to talk about Mythic in general, because Mythic itself has been having some weirdness about it, if that makes sense. Just some weirdness about it. So they lost Tectone, basically.
Yeah.
Tectone said, I'm leaving, I'm going out. Tectone is not the only one to basically be gone.
Didn't Asmongold also leave? Was he a part of that?
I don't.
I remember there was drama around him. I can't remember if they just shuffled his job titles or not. That's actually.
I think he left. Like
yeah,
like straight
because
up,
of
like,
some
completely
drama,
left.
because of the Israel-Palestine thing.
I want to say probably. I don't know
the
for
only
sure,
other
so I can't say.
The only other person I know for certain that got like quote fired was that funny anime chick that does the backflips.
Well, I was going to talk about her next, and so
Who?
Fillian. So Fillian.
Oh.
Fillian has had some drama. Now, Fillian, to be honest with you, Fillian is always in drama. Now, most of it is not.
She is?
Yes, but it's not her drama, if that makes sense. Fillian is kind of just always in it because people push her in it without without it being really fair. More recently with Fillian, the biggest drama that she has been in is she collaborated with a Russian streamer, and the Russian streamer, streaming with this Russian streamer, got the VTuber Awards canceled, basically, because the company that did the VTuber Awards came out and said that they are all for Ukraine and love to Ukraine, and the fact that Fillian collabed with this person basically is just like a reason to cancel it and no longer work with it. So they lost the VTuber Awards, basically. Which is retarded.
Feels like extremely fucked, honestly, because like,
yeah,
again, we're talking about like somebody who just happens to be in the country that is a part of the conflict, right? It isn't like somebody who's like a military like personnel or.
Well, hang on,
or as far as I know, I assume it's just like some random person in Russia, right?
Yeah, no, hang
random
on.
streamer in Russia.
Let me take it to the next degree. Even if they were a goddamn soldier, unless they are literally spreading Russian propaganda, why the fuck does it matter what their, nationality is?
It really doesn't,
fucking-
in my
they're
personal
Russian.
opinion. I don't care.
And so
like,
any group that would do this and discriminate based off of where you were born is shitty as fuck to me.
No, I
Go
agree.
on, Akko.
I agree. But essentially, to kind of go back to it, what ended up happening is they lose the VTuber Awards show because the company that is in charge of this decided that she wasn't cool to host anymore, and that's what happened. They lost it basically, and we don't know if this is the reason. All we know is currently Fillian is no longer listed on the Mythic website. They never mentioned that she was let go. They never had any announcement. But if you scroll through the talent network, and I looked through this just on VTubers and just on regular creators, if you scroll through this, starting on the Fs and scrolling all the way down to the Gs, Fillian is no longer listed as a talent of Mythic anymore, which is insane to me because she was one of the biggest talents and one of the most outgoing talents that a lot of people in the VTuber sphere knew about. So she's no longer in Mythic.
She's just genuinely sweet. And
Yeah.
she's just genuinely sweet and nice.
And
Like,
if you
that was your gura, essentially.
if you look at her profile, some people told me that her profile used to say that she had Mythic as an email. She doesn't have a Mythic email anymore. Because when you're a member of Mythic, your contact email is such and such at mythic.com. But she's not a part of Mythic anymore. And she hasn't said anything about it. She hasn't done anything about, like, legitimately, she has not mentioned a peep about it. But this is the indication that she is no longer in Mythic, essentially. All right? Now, losing her is a absolute fucking massive blow, in my personal opinion. Let me explain why. And I talked about this with somebody. I'm workshopping my opinion on this. People can say whether or not they agree or disagree. But this is my opinion. Mythic is not a VTuber agency like a lot of other agencies are. Mythic Entertainment is an agency that their sole goal is to get the VTubers or the content creators that are in it more money. Their job is to get you more money and opportunities by using their connections and by using their clout, basically. It's like having a bajillion Raging Bulls in your as different managers for different people. So essentially, they really don't have culture as a company because their job isn't to create culture. Their job is to help make you more money. Well, when there's no culture, none of these people really have incentives to collaborate with each other. Sometimes they may get told, hey, go collaborate with this person because you might like this person. But none of these people are really incentivized to collaborate with each other because they're not part of a VTuber agency. They're part of a company who help make you money. So, but the reason why I bring this up as an issue is Fillian was the culture for the company. Even though she probably wasn't in some official capacity employed as some sort of like person to push forward the brand, you would see her often collab with people that are part of Mythic. Multiple different content creators that came from the Mythic pool that were, for the most part, I want to say, just VTubers. And she is the one that brought them together. The most famous example that I know is that Fillian got Kirsch and Tricky Wee, somebody that Kirsch like lambasted for multiple hours because of how she treated the Donald Trump assassination. They got them into the same room together. And I don't think that would have happened if it was Fillian. And it only happened because both Tricky Wee, who by the way no longer also works at Mythic, and I'm going to scroll down to that as well, but Tricky Wee and Kirsch got into the same room because of Fillian, and all of them are at Mythic Entertainment. Now,
That's very impressive.
It is extremely impressive because again, Kirsch was like extremely harsh, in my personal opinion, for a good reason on Tricky Wee because again, for those who don't remember, Tricky Wee was a VTuber who basically made very disgusting comments about the assassination attempt, basically saying, "I wish they didn't miss," and then everybody lambasted them, and then they deleted it and apologized the next day. But like, the fact that they got her and Kirsch into the same room was astounding to me. And I didn't watch the collab, but I've asked people, especially recently, and I asked them, and I said, was there any fights? Did they talk to each other? It's like, nope, they were normal participants in whatever the fuck Fillian was doing. All right? So Fillian is, in my personal opinion, some of the heart and soul of of what like makes VTubers come together in that company. And I feel like I legitimately feel like without Fillian in there, who's gonna be that? Who's gonna do that? Who's gonna bring these people together? Who's gonna ask them for collabs? Because she had an entire pool of people there, and now the potential of them collabing, I don't feel like is exactly the same. Again, I could be wrong. I'm allowed to be wrong, but that is my opinion. My rat opinion is that her leaving is gonna ruin the budding culture for the VTuber side of Mythic Entertainment.
Yeah, it was quite a sad thing.
I mean, it was sad because it wasn't even mentioned.
I know. No, that is true as well. Sorry, I'm gonna just call this out. Young Excal from fucking Twit or Kick. Fillian, the Donald Trump of negotiations. Pretty much. She's just. That's the thing, is when you have someone that is genuinely nice, like just genuinely a sweet person, they are able to get two people that fucking hate each other to set aside just to hang out and realize, oh wow, we can just be humans and enjoy something because this person's fucking funny and we both like them. And that's how it should be.
Now, like I mentioned, chat, if you go to the T's in Mythic Talent here, scroll up, here's the S's. Here's the T's. Tectone hasn't been removed yet. He did mention it today, but I'm assuming that he's going to be removed eventually. Scroll down through the T's. Tricky Wee is no longer part of here. For a while, I was like, was Tricky Wee even part of Mythic? She was part of Mythic. I do remember she did have partnership with them, and not even she has mentioned that she has stepped back. Not even she has mentioned, I'm no longer part of Mythic. If you go to her profile, in fact, what's crazy is what made me realize this, because I didn't even know this until recently. I only recognized that she was no longer part of Mythic because she came out and said that she had a new manager that was going to be managing her. And I was like, hang on a moment. Why do you need a new manager if you have one at Mythic? Because Mythic has content managers. Their goal is to manage you and tell you how to make money. So why would she get a new manager unless she needs one? Well, it looks like she's no longer at Mythic. Cinder was part of Mythic, yes, but she left long before her drama. So now we don't really know why. The insiders at Mythic told me they don't even know why she left, but like she left Mythic as well at some point before her drama took place. But like it's extremely odd to me, all right, because the only correlation I know between all of these people is that they are people that have drama about them. Fillian has drama because she is Fillian. There really is nothing she can do about that. It's not her fault. People are just assholes to her, and it sucks. But like, that's why she has drama. Tricky Wee, she had that statement last year. That's the only thing I can think of. And there is the possibility that these people asked to be let go from the company. Maybe they wasn't doing it for them. I think either way, the fact that these people are no longer at Mythic doesn't really spell good things for them in general. Knowing that some of these big creators are stepping back from the program, are no longer part of it, it is really interesting to me. Why is that happening? And I'm noticing more and more of these people just stepping back. I have seen people saying maybe there is fucking what's it called? Some people are saying that there's something going on within the company. I would not know. Or if I did, I wouldn't be able to say currently because of, confidentiality stuff and what I've been given. But from what I know, there's some funky stuff going on in the company that I would like to verify before I talk about it. But there's just a lot of weird smoke with Mythic, a lot of it. And it is really funny because I remember when VShojo fell. And when VShojo fell, a lot of people were like, oh, Mythic is the last bastion of good. And I'm like, I don't think so. I highly doubt it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know there's things you can't talk about. There are things I can talk about, and I'll just preface by saying these are rats, but these are rats that I remember way back in the day. And now I'm going to serve these rats up like they're fresh. So 1 second, Chad. I put them in the microwave. Now they're nice and warm.
Oh, delicious.
So, I remember way back in the day when the Asmongold shit happened, and I think Asmongold stepped down or something. It was essentially, hey, you're too spicy now, you gotta go. New management came in, and a lot of things changed. Now, it wasn't huge or very public, so the average people, you guys, ain't heard shit. But But I know for a fact things start to change and get moved around. And I think we are now seeing the fruits of that seed that was planted long ago, back when he got into that drama as
Mhm.
McGold.
You think so?
So yeah.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Would you say that like it's a woke kind of change, or like maybe just a change to get rid of drama llamas?
Hang on. I for the drama llamas, I would need to look at their roster just to see. But
We'll just say
I-
Kirsch. We'll just put Kirsch out there as a small example. Kirsch is a really good example because she's not really a drama person, but she's politics.
She is very controversial. If they do get rid of Kirsch, then yes, it's just, getting rid of drama. But I wouldn't be surprised to say if it's woke in Inception coming in, because again, it was during the last vestiges of wokeism, and I wouldn't be surprised if their poison seeds got into Mythic before the whole thing finally collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
Collapsing being the woke narrative, the woke control, which is now falling apart. But guess what? The woke scolds are still in companies, and those that are there are still going to be fucking things up. You are still going to see companies drop and crash in very ridiculous ways because just because it's no longer cool doesn't mean it just magically goes away,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
I
shit.
just find the
Cracker
timing
Barrel.
odd.
Go on, Petit.
Go ahead. Also welcome.
Yo.
If I recall correctly, there's probably more things that they could point to that would be like not okay with, say, wokey people. So she made George Floyd jokes in the past. She made Hitler jokes in the past.
She
which
has,
isn't
yes.
bad. Yeah.
They're funny.
So
they're not bad.
If anything, I don't really see the Russian streamer thing too much as an issue. It could just be a matter of it's the straw that broke the camel's back.
No, I could definitely see that as well. I 100% agree.
It was a model issue.
Well, okay, hang on.
'Cause she's had a lot of
I was gonna say
dramas.
This is a model issue. I do want to mention, though, now, and you're going to have to correct me, Akko. Was it Mythic that had a problem with the Russian thing, or was it a third party?
It wasn't Mythic. It was a third party that ran the VTuber awards. Because it's important to know that Mythic was not like the owners of it. Another company had the VTuber awards, and they helped to run it.
So, okay. So what happened is essentially those guys are a bunch of woke retards. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
You can say retard. I don't care.
Anyways,
There's a bunch of retards in
fucking-
chat right now, so
I know, right?
I'm
Anyways,
right here.
hi.
exactly.
Anyways, so they probably pressured them, and Mythic cocked out and threw Fillian out because they probably said, "We won't work with you if you keep this talent." Which
Guild by association is more likely
by
the reason.
association.
Yeah.
Which again, still shitty. And Mythic, if that's the reason, you guys are a bunch of bitches that got your balls snipped. If you're literally going to tell me, "Oh, we don't want to lose this," it's like, seriously.
It's crazy to think, considering that she had someone like Kirsch who was objectively more controversial than some Russian literal who. I'll be real. I looked into that and it was like, who? Why?
No, I
why do
agree.
care? It's like, is this person a part of the Russian state?
No.
Are they a part of the military? No.
No.
Okay, then exactly. It's a nothing burger. It was
It's the
just a
Russian general
reason to
that we
drop
thought
them.
was assassinated by Putin.
Exactly.
It's just him as a VTuber.
Exactly.
Yeah, isekai'd into becoming a VTuber.
He's the guy to becoming a VTuber. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like it could also just be as simple as, oh, she wants to leave herself. And if that's the case, if she did actually want to leave, okay, cool. I mean, again, she's never mentioned it. She's never talked about it. She's just been silently removed from the roster. Silently no longer has Mythic as her main email in there anymore. Same with Tricky Wee. And I don't even know. God knows who else would have been has been removed from that roster. I'm not really willing to look right now. But it's just weird. It's a lot of smoke, and the only correlation is these people are people that constantly have gotten into drama. That's the only thread I can connect to somebody like Tectone. But like the thing with Tectone is he's had so much bullshit that he's had done or had happened to him that it could literally be anything. Again, like I said earlier, it could be as simple as like they want to distance with him because finally there either could be something with his ex that's gone on or what. but like it could just about be anything with him. With
I'm pretty sure
Fillian,
it's just advertisers.
you think it's advertisers? I could bet
Yeah.
it's advertisers as well.
Yeah, I couldn't see it being anything else because, at least from a PR standpoint, you got to remember a talent company is only going to be there because of the talents, and they usually work in the background.
Mhm.
They don't like being centerfold or front and forward. So anything they can do to get away from being front and forward and work in the back still is probably going to be what they're going to aim for.
No, I 100% agree. I could definitely see that as he's just too controversial. And that's why I sit here and I'm thinking to myself, if that's really the case, then what's the point for other people that I would consider? Because like, we'll take Kirsch, for example. She's controversial, but for a different reason. She's not an asshole like Tectone is. She's controversial because she's willing to say the political shit that everybody knows is real and true. So it's just like, if Tectone's being let go because of his controversies, what's the point for someone like Kirsch? And at what point is the advertiser going to be like, we don't want to put our name next to that?
My guess is it's the idea of like a Venn diagram and overlapping circles. They're trying to target specific niches, and if there's too much broad overlap or there's too much specific overlap and the advertiser sees that and they don't like that, it's up to the advertiser if the company actually keeps the person or not. It's not really a company decision.
That's fair. That's fair. No, yeah,
Well,
I mean,
hang
it
on.
always does come up with to advertisers. And I know
No,
a lot
no,
about
no.
advertisers because I follow Devin Nash.
Yeah, Devin Nash, blah blah blah. Hang on, I would actually say this. It does come down to the company, because unless they're working like signed and inked deals with advertisers, then the advertiser can say, we don't want this person. The company, unless there's a agreement, they can say no. It's like, oh yeah, you won't have that advertiser. Well, what matters more, the advertiser or
The advertiser.
talent?
The advertiser, 100%.
Yeah, because that's the
That's the money.
Mythic is
Exactly.
basically just a content house, if you would, on a digital sphere.
Like,
Exactly.
Rage, the way it
So-
works is if they don't
No.
get advertisers, yeah, they're not going to make any money. That's how they make their money, is getting advertisers for them.
Shit. But I'm saying that they are still choosing. It's like, what I'm trying to say is, don't fucking act like Mythic, is the battered wife in this fucking situation.
Oh,
They
no,
ain't.
absolutely not. No, they 100% are not.
They make their decisions 100% willingly and openly. Like, nobody's forcing their hand. But another thing is, money moves a lot. And if it affects your bottom line, like even in private companies with private equity, you could still be hurting your investors' bottom line if you're not doing everything you can to make more money. Like, you don't have that fiduciary obligation because you're not publicly traded, but they're still going to try to be on the good side of their investors. So it all comes down to money.
Yeah, 100% it
That's
does.
the way I'm looking at it.
If you are making them money, they don't care. I think that's probably why Kirsch isn't like been booted yet, is because she made so much money for GamerSupps, and they're probably looking at her as like, ooh, we don't want to get rid of this. This is making us, because like Kirsch did like make a shit load of money from the GamerSupps
So you're
stuff.
saying that it's just because Tectone has run out of his usefulness of being a good cash cow?
It's possible.
Yes.
It's very possible.
That could be.
I could 110% believe that Tectone is just too edgy for advertisers, and he's not making them the money that they want. I could believe that. It could also be the
Let me
exact
have my
opposite. But
83rd bad take on Genshin Impact, and then change it 2 weeks later.
yeah, he is one of those guys
Yeah.
that likes to jump back and forth on his opinions. So I could believe that.
Oh yeah, we already talked about him being a flip-flopping hack, but
Yeah.
I did want to say though, my counter to this logic, Fillian. You telling me Fillian wasn't pulling in the buku bucks? Like, come on.
No idea, honestly. We don't know. They haven't said anything about her, so we don't know. It's possible that like she was just too much of a PR nightmare for them, and they decided to move on from her.
Yeah, like I said, with the whole like Hitler did nothing wrong jokes and George Floyd jokes, or the model controversy, all of those could be compounding factors that led to her getting like silently removed, because it could have actually hurt potential relationships with advertisers or potential sponsors.
Yeah, it is also worth mentioning that even though people say they hate advertisers, oftentimes are more religious. Even if they're not so
Okay, we're more
religious.
Puritan than most religious people.
Yeah.
Hello
Adver-
Visa. Hello MasterCard.
Well, not even Visa and MasterCard. When it comes to Visa and MasterCard, I agree that they're bad, but it's the payment gateways and the payment processors that are worse, and there's lots of proof to show that. I mean, like, hell, just recent.
yeah,
I haven't mentioned this, but like just recently, The owner of the Kiwi Farms finally got access to his Stripe account. Well, not the full Stripe account, but parts of his Stripe account, so that he could like get fucking payouts on Kick and Rumble. So it's just like they're just as bad.
Oh no, absolutely. I'm not saying that. I mainly am just gonna always want to shine a light. I want
Yeah, you
y'all
should.
to keep that in your fucking heads.
You should.
Never forget.
You should. But yeah, so I don't know. When it comes to Fillian, it could be definitely be a compacting factor of it's a lot of things, and they were just done with it. Tectone, I'll be honest with you, man. Outside of him just being controversial and being such a flip flopper, which I did have one other thing I wanted to bring up with him being a flip flopper here in a moment, but like him being such a flip flopper, I can definitely see why he wouldn't be as profitable to the company anymore. I don't know. Again, there's just so much shit that he's done that's just like, ew. Like, yeah, I would understand why they might want to get rid of him. I don't know.
I mean, imagine how much of a nightmare it is to find people collab with him for an event. There are some people that will take the ideological line of, yeah, I don't want to deal with that guy ever.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, and it's quite sad, but oh well. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, you drama whore.
So, speaking of whores.
Hi, Akko.
Speaking of whores.
Damn, you're a whore? How you running, bro?
By the way, like the stream, chat, by the way. Appreciate it. Like the stream. Speaking of whores. You guys remember when Tectone made those comments about OnlyFans whores? And he was making references to some of the Hassan people?
Oh god, what?
So, Hassan made comments about whores and basically talking about how whores need to go stop being whores and go make money. And the only reason why I know this exists is because I have an alt account where I follow artists that I could be interested in. This artist in particular does a lot of 3D animations, a lot of not safe for work 3D animations. And he decided to come. Now, this guy, by the way, the artist in question, he's not psychotic, but he is very okay with just leaking DMs all the time. This guy has had DMs with Andrew Tate that he's leaked, and he's had DMs with Tectone that he has leaked. And it is kind of just insane to see this stuff that this guy, the stuff that these people have talked to with him. So after Tectone made those comments about OnlyFans people, Slade.com
Oh my god.
tweeted, "This dude is so bitch made. He'll call women whores all day, but won't dare to say anything to a male SSWer, even when called out directly. Stand on business, you pathetic loser. Just like with my cousins, I'm a call out bullshit when I see it." Now it shows that Tectone had blocked him after he had called out Tectone. I don't have the words that he called out. I just know that he had said this. And he decides to further that Tectone is such a flip-flopper by showing some of the DMs where Tectone was asking this not safe for work artist for a commission. Like the stream chat, because this is like the stream chat. I follow chat. Don't out yourself here. Is it black? No. This guy does a mixture of animations. He did a Rebecca one that was. This guy does a lot of extreme stuff. Rebecca from Cyberpunk.
Okay.
This guy does a lot of extreme animations, I'll say. And so I'm gonna read. I'm not gonna read the explicit stuff, but I'm gonna read some of the stuff that he said that he and Tectone talked about.
Read this, kill me. Nope.
This was back in 2023, by the way. And again, the only reason why he's showing this is he wants to show how Tectone is a flip-flopper, because Tectone talks about how he hates whores now and he thinks whores suck, but this is what he was talking about in 2023. Tectone says, "How much do you charge per commission?" And Slade.com says, "It varies based on complexity, so I usually do custom quotes. Let's go ahead and talk about your idea." And then Tectone replies, "Insert character here, starts off with a blowy, comes in mouth. Character thinks they are done. Goes again harder, but comes on the face. Exhausted now, thinks they're done. Then goes again, but ridiculous."
Well.
I love the included part of the bottom is like, that's 3 fluid simulations in 1 animation.
I'm just gonna spin the wheel.
He types like a Pajit.
Yes, he does.
I'm calling it like I see it. Reduce the punish.
Well, okay. To be fair, I'm sure that a lot of horny people that only type with one hand sound like a Pajit when they're asking somebody for a commission. All right. I'm gonna be honest. This looks like he was jerking off while he was asking for it. Just being fair here.
Jerking off to the idea of spending thousands of dollars.
Oh, it would definitely be thousands. The quality that this guy goes through.
Imagine that. I know that they probably make buku bucks.
Sponsored by Insert Energy Drink Supplement Company.
Oh, thank you, Fire Sky. Thank you.
God, fucking verbal ace.
Oh, God. Another
Oh lord.
But yeah,
Has that guy poked his head up since then? Like at all, anywhere, ever?
No, I
um,
think,
That whole
I
thing
think
went down.
Bro got cooked so hard, he's just like, I'm just gonna disappear. I'm gonna go work a normal fucking job.
so this comment right here is very important for this because somebody says Tectone's never hidden that he's a gooner, and the reply is, my point is that it's stupid AF to demean and devalue the very people that you're beating your meat to and paying money to, even more so to do gleefully in front of your audience. And that's the thing. That's the hypocrisy. There is Tectone will make fun of whores on his stream all day. And again, it is specifically because he wants to make fun of the people that are in Hassan's ilk. And it's just like, yeah, make fun of the people in Hassan's ilk. But if you're going to be a gooner, if you're going to say that you like to beat your meat and that you're like this massive of a degenerate, it is very, again, adding to the pile here, very hypocritical and two-faced of you to come out and be like that when I've now been forced to see conversation of you asking for a not safe for work artist that does extreme animations for 3 different fluid simulations. It's insane.
Oh, sweet Christ.
Yeah, when I like I said, when I saw that on my alt account, I was like, what the fuck? I never thought I'd see Tectone here.
Chat, can we just go back to Akko being a nerd so I can bully him and throw him into a locker?
Slade.com is related to the Tate brothers. Yeah, he did talk about that. That's one of the things I haven't saved, but he did like show DMs where he like had talked with the Tate brothers and he had done things for the Tate brothers, which is also very weird. And I follow a couple of people on my alt account just because I like getting ideas for art sometimes, but like I don't know. The guy made a really nice Rebecca animation from Cyberpunk 2077. Otherwise, that's really the only thing I liked out of it. Otherwise, that kind of like rounds out my thoughts on Tectone. I don't know if you guys have anything you want to add to it, but like my thought process is Tectone is an extreme flip-flopper. I want to say that I remember him being way more left-leaning last year than he is definitely now. And you could definitely make the argument that Tectone probably flipped because of the climate and all that shit. And I'd be willing to believe that. And I'd be willing to give him that clemency. Problem is, I'm not going to give him that clemency because he acts like a flip-flopper with just about everything. And he has no solid values in just about anything. And so I don't think that it is as simple as maybe he just saw what was wrong with the world. I think it's literally just, I can get more money if I suck up to people like Kirsch, or if I suck up to people like Chibi Reviews, because those are the people that are in the culture war that everybody likes right now. And if I invite them on my show, if I don't call them pedophiles, and if I pretend that I like all these anime people, maybe I'll get their audience and maybe I can profit from it. That's my thought process. Is Tectone is the eternal flip-flopper that doesn't hold any true principles. And yeah, that's about it for
My
him.
only statement is get fucked, you amoral, unprincipled son of a bitch, and you get what you fucking had coming to you, pal.
Damn. Well, you got to be careful. Your Jewish magic really does do things to people.
Can you put my credit score above 900?
Wait, hey, you want it above 900, eh? Well,
Yes.
that's going to be either a firstborn or maybe we can make a deal for something a little bit more
How about,
closer to your
like,
soul.
32 detached foreskins. You can make your own face cream with it.
Oh my god.
32 detached foreskins. That is pretty good, but 900. Think gonna have to go a bit higher, buddy. You're gonna need to snip me a few more.
Will he
How's
run for
90 sound?
office? No, chat. I think that would be silly
That
to
is
say
a
that he'd run
horrific
for
sentence you
office.
just
He
uttered.
does not have enough pull.
No.
He would be one of the lowest.
Truly awful.
Like, Jeb would do better than him.
Listen, chat. Here's what I will say. If you're a gooner, Okay, I was about to say if you're a gooner, you can't run for office, but there's a lot of people that have been
I was
shown
gonna
to be
say, I'm
gay.
not gonna
Yeah.
Bill Clinton looks away.
Never mind. Maybe he does have a chance, but I don't think that he has the. He doesn't have the clout.
Ignore Bill Clinton, are we?
He doesn't have the clout capital, in my personal opinion, to do stuff like that. He's
I
just.
was gonna say his fucking run would be like Sargon of Akkad's or Cenk Uger's run.
You are very correct. It would very much be like any of those.
More votes. I'm gonna be real.
Wait, who?
Yay, Kanye.
Kanye
yeah.
would definitely get more, and Kanye, he's a worse gooner.
Yeah, Kanye would get more votes, and he's the one that fucked his cousin.
Wait, you did what now?
Oh, you didn't hear that? In Kanye's new album, he admits that he fucked his cousin when he was a teenager.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, his cousin
I
that
do remember
apparently
hearing about
murdered
this.
someone.
What the fuck?
I mean, I still remember him saying that he had to get his mouth wired shut because he couldn't stop sucking dick.
Oh, I remember hearing about that one too. My God.
Yeah. Somebody get Kanye some help. He really needs it.
Whoa, buddy.
The rap game truly is the gayest.
Fuck.
Reminds me when Hassan did a collab with Jerma and he just fake laughing the whole time. Yeah, a lot of these people are fake. I mean, like, it is really funny that he rails against Hassan, but it's just like he's only railing against Hassan because like Hassan is the guy to make fun of right now. And I think that if Hassan was in more positive light, 110% Tectone would be best friends with him. He'd be best friends. He'd be best friends with him. He'd be collabing with him, and he'd be getting on camera with him. It's literally like I believe that he's actually real friends with Asmongold. He probably is. But I do believe that like he looked at the success that Asmongold was having in the anti-woke sphere, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get some of that for myself. And he started appeasing to those to the alt-right crowd, or the more right-leaning crowd, I should say. And it's just like, I'm not for it. I see right through it. And if people are really just willing to let him in because he's not been mean to them, it's just like you get what's coming to you if like he burns you later. Sorry, but not sorry.
You get put on the pyre when it's your turn, and you have no right to cry about it.
And then again, when it comes to Mythic, I'm going to continue watching it. If what people tell me about Mythic is actually like not rats or just like disgruntled employees telling me things about it, then it's going to be very interesting in my personal opinion. Oh, he changed after meeting Asmongold. He did. I remember when he was friends with Hex. Do you guys know who Hex Juice is?
Oh God, thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome. Hex Juice is definitely a more left-leaning content creator who left the internet to go become a lawyer. Now, I swear that they had pronouns in their bio that made them like trans or something, and Tectone was friends with them. So it's just like, are they still friends with Tectone? Because like I know that they were a way more paused, way more left-leaning individual, and it's just like, is he still friends with these people, or does he disregard all these people because like, oh, they're not part of the crowd anymore? I ratioed her on Twitter. I'm sure a lot of people have ratioed her on Twitter. Tyga ratioed them on Twitter. How long until he gets a Google Doc? I don't feel like that matters. I feel like with Tectone, it's just like whether or not we find out if the person who alleged things about him is true or not. And if it is true, it's just like how long till all the people are like, I always knew Tectone was evil. I always knew the Tectone was bad. Just like in the commentary community when they're like, oh, I always knew Destiny was bad. It's just like, well, then why the fuck were you cozying up to him? And why'd you do documentaries with him? I'm looking at you, Turkey Tom.
Remember, if you're popular enough, you can just get away with any crime.
Yep.
Pyrocynical is the example of that in the commentary community.
Yeah.
Yep. Once I get famous enough, don't worry. I'll just start seeing those fucking signs that say when children at play bumps ahead, and I'll just hit 100 miles an hour.
God damn.
I hear it's 1,000 points for slow children.
Especially the ones in the wheelchair.
Oh, man. Like the stream chat. I deeply appreciate it.
If you hit a kid in a wheelchair with a car, like, do you have to exchange information after that? Like, does it count as like a vehicle collision, or?
That's a question for Ava. Unfortunately,
I wouldn't know. I use the Chinese method to get out of all my legal issues.
oh my god.
I hesitate to ask what that entails.
Beep, 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 beep. Crunch.
Bro turned into a
Jeez.
fucking backing up truck for a second there with that laugh. What the fuck was that?
Truck Coon, is that you?
Well, he clearly is trying to isekai some children right now, so...
Exactly.
Listen, there are lands that need protagonists. I simply am providing the protagonist.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you're sending them a kid in a fucking wheelchair? What
Well, the kid wouldn't be in the
what do you
wheelchair
think
in the
Stumpy's
world.
gonna do to help
Obviously,
out?
the kid
What's
would be
Stumpy
able
gonna
to
do beat
walk.
the Demon King? The fuck you
What if they were
on?
born like that? Does that like get attached to their soul?
Listen,
That's
it's
real
magic. All right, it's
My fucking-
magical.
Well, no, I'm applying the logic from the guy from the My Life as a Slime, where the guy became
Oh
a
my
slime
God.
and he was able just to attract new powers to himself.
Reborn in another world, but my very soul is crippled? Question mark.
That is definitely a good one.
It's just a stigmata, bro.
I would buy that one. I'd buy that and listen to it.
But I'm still crippled. What the fuck?
Isekai into another world, but I'm still a cripple.
I'm crippled because God had to nerf me.
The he's a cripple, but like he's still so strong that the demon. He's like One Punch Man, but he's stuck in a wheelchair, basically.
So the fucking
Yeah, all of
it's
his
the
enemies have
the
to be on
D&D
OSHA
thing all
acceptable
over
ramps.
again, right? When the fucking wheelchairs come into D&D, it's like, okay, so what we're gonna do, right? As the DM is just gonna make a dungeon, the final dungeon, where the big bad is just up a flight of like 50 stairs.
Exactly. The tower doesn't have a disability ramp. We're sorry, but you might have to like get up there yourself.
I like what chat said. If you can dodge traffic, you can dodge a ball.
Dodgeball was such a good movie.
Oh my gosh.
Holy fuck. I don't know. If you're trying to dodge traffic or a ball with a wheelchair, you need one of those like fucking crazy ass sports wheelchairs. Like the wheels are sideways and shit. You know, they're like the wheels are like at an angle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, just to give you that max deck stat.
Yeah,
You go
exactly.
from
You need
5 to
crazy
10.
shit.
Speaking
Oh man.
of One Punch
I can't
Man,
wait to see fucking wheelchair basketball on the Switch too. Has that game come out yet?
I
I
think
need to see
so.
people playing that.
I think so. Speaking of One Punch Man, you guys
Yeah,
know
sorry,
I wanted to
The
bring this
Fortnite
up.
collab?
No, not the Fortnite collab. Fuck Fortnite.
Oh.
No, I was thinking.
I like
I briefly talked about this last week. You guys know who Vito is,
Mhm.
right?
Oh,
Vito the
no.
pedo? Yep, I know him. Vito the pedo.
So, Vito's comic, Star Killer, or it was like I think it's Star Killer or something like that, or Super Killer,
Star Killer something.
something like that. His
Wait,
comic
the guy
is
from
like
Star Wars.
no. So like Vito Giswaldi, the guy who actually calls himself a pedophile, in order to own Eric July, decided that he was going to make a comic, and he's been making this comic for 2.5 years. Well, apparently his comic is like actually out or close to being out, and so people can read excerpts from it. And I'm hearing that it's like literally as bad as it sounds, and literally just sounds like a
Oh.
ripoff of One Punch Man, because the guy has a gun that where the gun's whole thing is it can one-shot superheroes, but the guy that holds the gun, the super killer, is like super duper weak, and that he can't actually do anything but shoot this
It's one of
gun.
those.
And his whole goal is there's so many superheroes in the universe, and he has to kill a lot of them to make room for more. And so, yeah, that's the premise of the comic book, allegedly.
Why the fuck do you just keep the ones you have then? If you literally hit max capacity, why are you still ordering more?
Yeah, that's
Like a gotcha game.
that's legitimately his premise, and like the whole comic is just like him killing superheroes.
I'm kind of curious then. What if he just doesn't kill heroes to let more in? Do they just have to wait at fucking like Isekai Border Patrol or some shit? Like, are they just like are they stuck in transit? Like, what the fuck is?
I don't know, man. I don't have the mind of a pedophile like him, so
I'm just so curious now. How does this work?
Here's the worst part.
Am I asking too many questions? Am I?
Yes.
You are asking too many questions to someone who doesn't care. Because I was going to say, this guy is like that shit. Because I was going to say, already I could think, cool, a gun, let's say it's a gun that can one-shot. Maybe it's, got some fucking side effects. Maybe you gotta be extra fucking careful, otherwise you might just obliterate a town. There could be so many interesting ramifications. Like, what's the reason Saitama doesn't just go around one-punching everything? What's the story? Oh, the
'Cause he's
story
bored?
is Saitama... Yeah, he's bored, and he's basically a side character. The major thing about One Punch Man is everyone wants to focus on all the
Anyone
other
else
shit.
but him. Yeah.
Yes. He just shows up to solve the problem at the end.
Yeah, he's never been like the ultra interesting character to begin with. He's just the guy that comes in right at the end and says, "Okay, we're done."
He's the joke manga character.
Mm-hmm.
That's his whole thing. He's Arale in the modern day.
Exactly. But of course, this guy can't think of anything, and his shitty comic has been such a fucking joke that it literally ruined him and Dick's relationship. And now, he's just finally making this shitty comic. Meanwhile, what's Eric July at? What's the volume number? What?
Well,
I think
he
we hit
just
20 a while ago.
He just released what's his name? Yellow Flash's new comic, the Yellow Patriot or some shit like that. Yellow Flash's new comic is out.
Patriot.
Something I might not be.
Yellow Flash.
That might not actually be what its name is, but like he's actually like doing shit. And last I heard, he's also like getting statues and busts made for some of his comic book characters. So it's just like Eric July is doing like laps around him essentially in terms of actually like creating
content.
Yeah, and Vito is just
suffering from success.
Yeah, Vito is literally just trying to convince people to not like force them to return, because he's like, oh, you can't return if you already bought. We don't offer refunds, and it's just like, motherfucker, it's been 2.5 years. Where the fuck is your comic?
Oh no! Oh, he had like a Patreon or some shit up?
No, he raised $180,000 on this, and it's not out yet, and it was supposed to be out in like 6 months.
Oh god, and Ethan Van Sciver, chat's just reminding me that he exists.
I need to do a stream on Ethan one day. Ethan Van Sciver, I don't know what it is, but the Ethan name is just like super duper fucked for whatever reason.
You gotta love those moments where it's like a internet fund thing for like a game or a comic or whatever the fuck, and then like after a certain amount of months, people start to notice that like the sign is peeling a little bit, and oh wait, when you peel it back, it's not the comic or book. It just says a big fucking pile of money.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what I was. I see. That's what I was donating to.
Exactly.
And as chat said, stuff a Vito. And
exactly.
Eric July has practically started a publishing company. Told you, chat, you can still get into things. It is the Iron Age of comics. Get your shit together and let's make culture. Woo!
Indeed. Also, draw some fat tits.
I'll
read your comic if you draw some fat tits.
I would like to make a comic one day. I'd like to make a manga one day, but like
I know I already know your comic's gonna have fat tits in it. Like, come on.
I don't have multiple pairs of fat tits. You already know.
Great.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Also,
I'm going to criticize it, and if it's shit, I'm bullying the ever-loving fuck out of you, Akko. I will say, why is this here? Why is that? Explain this, and I'm just going to keep bullying the shit out of you until your comic's good.
All right, my comic idea is already a pretty good one. It's
No, not on stream.
I just don't have. Listen, right now my brain power is going towards programming and making computers.
Exactly.
That's fair. I would like to cameo as background black guy number 3.
Okay, I'll
I will
keep that
appear
in
on
mind.
exactly one page, one corner of one panel.
You'll be on 10% of the panel. And the panel takes up 20% of the actual page.
Exactly. Perfect.
Meanwhile,
And it's only like my fucking foot or something, right? Like just put something random in front of my head so nobody actually knows it's me. Like just get fucking Monsters Inc. me, Akko.
Okay, I'll do that.
Meanwhile, Akko's gonna have me as a fucking revenant making deals with people.
No, the story I want to tell, I've kind of already got a general idea of how I want it to go. It's just I don't have the drive to write it down.
That's
Don't worry, Jazz. I will make sure that Lucky Ian, we get into anime, manga, and all that, and you'll definitely be there. And anytime you're on screen, it's going to be some random thing just blocking your character's face.
That's perfect. Let me know if you need any voice
Jazz
lines.
is the hentai protagonist.
Yes.
Exactly.
Hello,
so-
Let me know.
hello,
I would love to get into voice acting, so let me know if you need me to voice anything for this.
Well, it would be a
You guys
manga.
will just
Manga's
I'm really good at voicing things. Look, this is one of my voices that I do. You just use this for something, right?
and mangas don't have voicing, but if it ever becomes an anime, I'll keep that in
there you go.
mind.
Yeah.
You'll be token black guy.
Listen. You don't even do the anime, right? Like you do like shorts where you have somebody like people voice over like certain funny moments in the comic, and then like you can use it to promote it. People do that all the time. Like when people put fucking comics on Twitter, people like make fucking TikToks and shit all the time of them voicing over those comics.
Exactly. No, I
See,
know what you're
that's
talking about.
Oh, what is that? There's a comic creator that does like we're gonna say like the two lesbians like one.
Merryweather.
short-
Like every time Merryweather puts out a fucking comic.
Well, yeah,
right?
Merryweather Works is a great example of that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Merryweather, his company Astraline, did you know that they lost a VTuber recently? We really
I
didn't
did not
talk
know
about
that.
this on UTT, but you guys know.
I didn't know he had a company.
His
Yeah, he had
company
a-
is literally who, though?
I don't know. I know what you mean. You know Frederick Knutson? I think everybody knows. Vaguely.
I know him.
Frederick Knutson is like one of the old guys from like the internet where he made videos. I think he does. I think he still makes videos, but like he did
does.
videos on a lot of niche internet things. Talks about lol cows occasionally. But like, and I think he was one of those guys where it's like he was cool until he became a VTuber, if that makes sense.
I
Wait.
guess.
Wait.
So
Slow
we
the
took the
fuck
Ken
down.
Ashcorp approach.
Hang on. Slow
Hold the
down.
phone.
Old
Wait a
man
minute
needs
here.
to ask questions. Old man needs to ask questions.
Mhm.
The fuck you
Yes.
mean he is a VTuber now? I am looking at his channel right now. I see no VTubing.
Hold
I
on.
see down the rabbit hole stuff.
Hold on. I need to pull up.
I watched the shit out of Frederick Knutson.
Hold on. There it is. He had his own channel. I don't think it was like on that. We'd like to announce that Frederick Knutson will be retiring from the regular VTubing as of August 31st. He will then transition to being an affiliate member of Astraline. Been a core of Astraline as one of its... Yeah, he was one of the original members when this thing launched like a year and a half ago.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think it
What
was on
the
his main...
fuck?
It wasn't on his main channel. He was a VTuber somewhere else. And that's probably
Oh.
why he wasn't popular, because he probably never talked about it on his main channel.
More than likely, yeah.
If you go to his
Well,
if you go to his Twitter profile, I think he was like a femboy, like a gay femboy or some shit like that.
Well, he is a femboy IRL.
So Mizu then.
yes.
Yes, but the problem
Always the
is...
femboys.
thank you for the 5.
Avenged 900 send $5 for more hats. Bill, I want to make a deal.
Oy vey, a deal. Well,
No, the
my ears
problem-
are open.
Problem is that he was like a gay femboy. And
Mhm.
that the problem is like,
Oh, that's not a problem. Come on.
okay, it really
As
didn't
a straight
fit.
femboy, the gay femboys are the problem, yes.
The thing I'm
Oh.
trying to say is like it really didn't fit with his content, if that makes sense. He was a VTuber. Yes, he was a VTuber. And that's the problem, chat. None of you knew he was a VTuber because he
just
never
pull up his
talked about
Twitch.
it.
Pull up the Twitch. Pull up the VTuber Twitch or wherever.
I don't.
It's very
I just
specifically the
closed
VTuber
it.
Twitch.
It was probably a
started thinking about
non-committal
Cripple Beast
agreement.
Cat getting out.
Suffa, Akko. And also, I was gonna say, why are you being so mean to Mizu? He's gave them the
Mizu is fine.
He's okay. He's one of the good ones.
He's one of the good
Just like
ones.
me.
Oy vey, we have an invader here. Name yourself,
who?
invader.
Who?
Tis I, Razorwind.
Hello, Razor.
Hey,
hey, Razor
Razor,
Wind.
how you doing, pal?
I gotta find
I'm
his.
doing alright.
I forgot what his profile is
Oh.
actually, so I gotta find it real quick.
While you're looking for that, I would like to just say, yes, chat. We also have a dog in here. Hello, dog. Say hi. Say
Hello.
words. There we go.
Temp.
Woof.
Hi, I'm not a dog, but okay.
I mean,
You're a dog as well.
I don't.
technically,
Sorry about
yes, you kind of are.
Oh, also, I forgot. All right, chat. I have a very, very important thing. We here at Lucky Ian have made a horrible mistake.
Hi.
We put Temp away into the insane asylum because we thought Silk Song would never come out, and it was his delusions he was scrawling on the walls. But clearly it has. So I have to make the formal apology to Temp. I apologize for bullying you so much and saying you are Delulu.
I had faith.
And now it's $20.
And now you're going to be wearing a Pope hat. Are you the moral leader now? Because you can't say it when no one else did.
Akko, we need to do that with the new model. Holy shit!
Do what?
No, give Akko a Pope hat.
No,
Dog
give Tap a Pope.
Dog Silk Song Pope.
Just got
I'm
a
good.
picture of that bug on it. I forgot what's the chick's name, Willow or some shit.
I can't find it, so I'm going to assume that they already unfollowed it. But oh, never mind. I found it. Here, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to put it. You guys probably can't even see it on the screen.
Bolt, did you see the price for Silk Song?
$20.
$20.
God damn.
20. It's $5 more than base Hollow Knight.
That's impressive.
I was expecting $40.
Yeah.
All right, there it is.
All right, I saw the picture. Let's see what the model is. I'm actually very interested to see what he chose for the model.
He was like an owl boy.
Oh, I thought he would have went like full Animorph, like full owl.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of down for that. You don't see that very often.
Oh, well, I know one person that is. I could definitely.
So if I say literal who, I'm not wrong then.
You're not wrong at all. But
like I said, he played into the twink.
Character look like? I mean, it's not bad.
No, it's not
definitely
bad,
not bad.
but it's just like when you look back at Frederick Knudsen and the content he made, it's just like I'm a little shocked. That makes sense.
Why is it always those glasses though?
I know
The
exactly what you
circular ones.
mean.
I always see it.
Hey, look.
Most
Lumi's in
femboys do
this.
not have any fashion sense and always do the same shit.
The same
I
shit,
can
yeah.
think of like 5 femboys off rip that just have the same glasses.
Also, Lumi was in this screenshot you put up.
What screenshot?
Look, Sea of Thieves with Alfie, Lumi, and Mary.
Wrong Lumi.
I know.
Wrong Lumi.
I know, but I always like to make that. Hey, look, it's Lumi.
Wrong Lumi. Doesn't fit.
By the way, I want to point.
Oh, I think
It
this is his
By the
model.
way,
Yeah, that's his
I
model.
want to point something out. Now, for those of you who aren't in the know, I'm about to expose something in the gay community that'll get me hunted down and murdered.
Oh.
Hey, Akka, can you go back to that one picture you were on?
Which one?
The one with the Lumi in it. Just
My stream
pull
is
one
open.
of the-
My stream is open on Discord. Open it.
All right, yeah, there you go. Okay, that's the correct one. Sorry. So chat, you notice how he has one earring? Apparently, this was a thing back in the day, which meant you were 1, gay, and 2, down for the sexy times.
Yes, that is on the gay ear. That is the right side.
Yep.
Somebody tell Josh
That was a
that.
gay ear.
So remember,
Also-
chat, if ever you see someone wearing a singular earring on the right side, that means you're safe. That means you know. That means you can hit them up. So if you're
Wait.
gay, congratulations.
Wait, Meriwether has
you're a
one
gay.
earring. I
It's
can't
still
remember
a
if
thing,
it was
Bull.
on his left side
Hold
or his
on.
right side.
Let me look.
Pretty sure it's the right side.
Yeah, it's the right side. And people are telling me back in the 90s. Yeah, guess what? It still is. Everyone knew that? No. Apparently, a lot
Like
of people
sagging your
don't.
pants.
Exactly
They
the
just say you're a bottom.
You know what? It doesn't even surprise me that Mary is gay.
It doesn't surprise me either. It's
You
just
couldn't hear it
funny.
in his voice.
Listen. The man is fruitier than a bowl of Fruit Loops.
You should have listened to him when we talked to him during my interview.
Oh
Oh,
my
he was
god.
more woman than you were.
Did you ever hear that interview, Petite? That's an
Yeah,
interview you should have
asked
listened
me
to.
about it, and I had to listen to it at 1.5 speed because it was so inane. And I even predicted it, and I told you like, hey, you wanted my opinion. I gave you my opinion, and it just was like, yeah, you're right. It was very cathartic for me. I love easy reads.
I can't believe I used to like watching that guy.
A lot of people say that. Don't say that to him directly because he'll get very sad and he'll try and chase you down and
I
win you
don't
back.
give a fuck.
Listen, I'll say it to his face. And then if he tries to chase me, well.
I think he still has me added in Discord.
Everything
Just
about
know.
him just comes across as like forced in regards to him being a VTuber. It's similar to Ken Ashcorp is I'm going to put my foot in this community. I'm going to try to make a platform to stand on, and it's going to work because I already have something to like, what's called backboard off of.
You know what's crazy about Ken Ashcore? Because like I imagine most people have heard his new song about Pippa. Apparently that's supposed to be bad because like it sounds. I'm sorry, it sounds bad. But allegedly it's supposed to be bad intentionally, but it could be because like I've listened to a lot of his old shit. Like here, I don't think this will get me copyright claimed if I play the Andrew Dobson song.
Absolute Territory.
No, I'm gonna do.
Yes.
Pull up a Forever
Adam
Pandering
Worski.
song.
Pull up Adam Worski.
Oh no, that one's.
By the way, Raging Bull, I was gonna say earlier because he had quote unquote those glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna joke around and say those are what we call femboy cum goggles.
Oh no.
Yep.
So don't get it in their eyes.
Here, I'm gonna play this. And this
It's
is.
supposed to be bad. I'll say this to anyone who says that. Yeah, well, guess what? If I make a character annoying, that doesn't mean that they're not going to be fucking annoying and everyone's going to hate them and give me shit for it.
Let me
Congrats.
play this. Let me play this song.
Andrew Dobson, professional artist, traces pictures of Big Ben, goes to sell them at conventions. 5 minutes in Photoshop. I hope you die on your way to MCM. On your way to MCM.
Like, it's actually got a really passionate sounding song, and it's really funny. I even think the PPP song was a really good one as well. But, like, the most recent one is just like, is that it? Seriously? And if it's really him supposed to be, like, making fun of himself or making fun of it, being a bad song, fine. I don't know.
So it's kind of lost the soul that it used to have, is what I'd say.
That's what I thought.
That's why I feel like Forever Pandering was the peak era.
I feel like he's just gone down like a rut of being sad, and something's just not right with the boy.
Well, I did notice something like he has been like being way more emotional, and it's just like, are you okay? Because I thought he has like a wife. Like, isn't he married? I swear he's like married or some shit like that. I have no idea.
I'm gonna be 200% honest with you on that one. Even I don't know that.
Okay.
I know a lot of stuff about him that I don't even know.
I just know that like you know, he's really.
I know he moved.
Yes,
I
he did.
know he had to sell a lot of shit, but I don't know anything else.
Okay. Because again, I don't really hate the guy. I think he's fine, and I have a lot of respect for his old music, and I think a lot of people on the internet do. But I just look at him now, and I'm just like, are you like seriously? Are you okay, dude?
Yeah, because he got pretty big in a lot of ways. I mean, Christ, I know 2 movies that have Ken Ashcorp songs.
Mm-hmm.
But yet here he is, and it's like, what are you doing, my guy? Come on. You know you got fucking potential. Everyone knows you have potential. And I know that can be stressful. But it's like, have confidence in yourself, man. Back when you're just a dumbass, you made amazing shit that still pops off and people like to this day.
Yeah. I'll listen to Andrew Dobson again.
You don't need to like always make this, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't need to always chase and make a song better than the last. But make stuff you enjoy and are passionate in.
I don't know. Again, based off of the last song, it's not that.
Project Libertas.
Thank you for the $5.
$5 for more hats. Talking about PPP and Warski, I am watching both the stream and the Kino Casino stream and switching whenever I get bored of one to the other.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Kino Casino.
I appreciate the honesty. Thank you. I know they're talking about fucking what's his name?
What are they talking about? Are they talking about H3H3, Destiny?
I did want to talk about H3H3 and gauge what you guys thought. Did you guys hear that apparently H3H3 was revealed to have a Reddit account where he was like apparently they say pro-pedophilic, but I don't feel like it actually was that.
I think the name was just there to fuck with people, but also like I feel like there's now a legal argument in court to be made where you could get away with referring to him as pedo troll. Because that is a self-afflicted username.
Uh-huh.
He chose that, and it wouldn't be like off to say that he is pedo troll.
That is incredibly crazy to say. Holy cow.
That is
No,
really
but
retarded.
realistically, it's a username that he picked out.
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
Like
Why would you ever?
anybody calling him one will have a fun argument in court. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I
Pretty
agree. I agree. They're talking about the quartering begging for money. Oh yeah, the court. I have been listening to their clips on the quartering begging for money. It has been really funny listening to the quartering because like and you know, okay, I need to find this. Smash JT brought this up, and I really do like Smash. He had that one hiccup with journalism, but he's been pretty fine, and I do appreciate him. Where is it? He talked about it. He talked about how the quartering was view botting, and well, here.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, here, let me find it. I replied to it, so I should be able to find it in my shit. No, so, well, the quartering himself might not be view botting, but somebody definitely is. Here. So, this is a screenshot of the quartering's chat, where he has 18,000 people watching him. However, he can't get over, like, 30, 40, 50,000 views on his videos. And when you go into his chat where he's streaming, oftentimes when he's begging for money, his chat moves just as fast as mine does. And I'll be honest, chat, I'm very grateful for the amount of people that come, they chat, they interact. But if his chat's moving as fast as mine, when you have 18,000 people in chat, you're botting. I'm sorry, you're botting.
I love the view bot change. I really do. Because I have been right about so many people.
Oh, like on Twitch?
Yeah.
You've been right about. If you, Akko, can he say the names? You cool if he says?
You can say whatever you want.
I can give one good name. And I can also compare it directly to someone.
Please go right ahead.
Swing on.
So it's only a few days, but a VTuber, or someone adjacent, I guess, because they're not really too much of a VTuber, they're a VR chatter. Sean VR.
Sean
Go
VR.
look at his number, compare him to Lion Jew, check his follower growth versus his actual what's it called? His CCD over 7 to 14 days.
Okay.
He gets next to no engagement on anything.
Wait, Rage, do you like know him?
No, I don't know him, but he's popped up from time to time. Oh,
by the way, Lion Jew has less than 10k less than him,
and
but he's getting around 400 followers, give or take.
That's funny.
On average, versus 40 over 7 to 14 days.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
So it's kind of just definitive at that point.
That's
Especially
interesting.
With a drop off.
Well, did it go back? Here's my question. Did it go back up? And I ask that because when they did their testing this month, I looked at Shy, and I talked about this on Thursday. There's no proof for it, obviously, but like Shy Lily had like 3 days where her audience CCV was halved. And then like literally a couple days later, it picked right back up and went right back up to where it was. Like, is it like that? Or is the guy like, is it sporadic?
It looks to go down currently based on what I see.
Uh-huh.
I'm using Silly Gnome as my reference currently, going against Twitch Tracker as well, and it just don't look good.
No, 100%. Well, fair.
Like, if anything, it just consolidates the point. But with someone as big as Shy Lily, you're gonna have whales that throw like ungodly amounts of money, and like, I want to support my Oshi. How can I do that in a new and fantastic way? Oh, I make them bigger.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not saying that she's specifically doing it. I'm just saying that the evidence that I feel like is that there is some weirdness with those numbers right now. Now, whether or not she's doing it, now I also posited this theory too. I didn't really. Well, here's my theory as well. You guys know that MizKiff, who was in OTK, which is also Mythic, was yelled at according to Tectone for view botting. And
really?
Yes, MizKiff was basically like yelled at by people at OTK, which again is Mythic, because he was view botting. And
oh dear.
And here is my rat theory, because I started seeing a bunch of people talking about view botting, and I was like, what if people at OTK ViewBot, and that also translates to some people like Mythic. And I haven't really done a lot of study on this yet because I can't be asked.
Is that more effective than a fucking crypto miner? Like, genuinely, because XQC a while ago said that FaZe had their own little server for viewbotting specifically, and I'm not sure if that's a true allegation or not, because XQC is kind of off his rocker all the time because he's like...
He's XQC.
Yeah.
I was going to say, hang on. First off, if XQC is saying it and saying that about FaZe Connect, that's one.
Not FaZe Connect. No, FaZe in regards to.
Oh, FAZE. Yeah, the loser clan.
Yeah, FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan.
Sports League.
Yeah, the losers.
Well, I know that FaZe Clan. I know it's been like shown that FaZe Clan does exactly the same thing in some way, shape, or form. So no, I know that.
They got exposed a year or two ago.
It's possible. I don't remember. But like the thing is everybody. The thing that's really funny about the viewbotting, just along the lines of the quartering, is just that it's being shown that everybody on the top is doing it. And I don't necessarily believe it is the creator all the time doing it when they're part of these big companies. I'm also willing to believe that these companies are doing it on behalf of the creator with them either knowing or not knowing, because if the creator looks bigger, it looks better to advertisers. If advertisers think that the creator is big enough, they'll go with them. But that is still also a fraud-based thing as well. So it's obviously not a good idea. But I can totally believe that when there are companies that are incentivized to get deals in, they will do that to make their creators look bigger.
So my opinion on this is kind of multifaceted. Okay, if fans are doing it, obviously you can't control fans. But
no, obviously not. Obviously not.
I always feel that can definitely come back and hurt people, if that shit gets out. Like, I know that's one problem, but if a company is doing it and is purposely doing it to engage in essentially fraud to get a deal with a company, I don't know the legal ramifications, but that to me smells like something that could get you in deep dog shit if that comes out.
I mean, it's fraud.
I think it'd be a hard precedent to actually set though in itself. Like, yes, it is fraud because it is skewing the numbers. However, their intent isn't to defraud technically.
Well, no, because even if it's like, because again, if someone's just doing it but they're not getting a deal, it's like that's not fraud in the sense of you can go to jail for. But if you are viewbotting in order to look legit to get a deal, I forget what that's called, false advertising.
Yeah, it's false advertising.
That is something that is quite illegal and can get you in trouble.
But that's in regard to selling a service or a product. Your time is not something necessarily that is...
Yeah, I'm talking about if you are making a deal with an advertiser to advertise a product, but you sold yourself as something you're not, then that would be false advertising, or ergo possibly fraudulent to some degree. That could come back as a civil suit.
Like Fextra Life. Fextra Life is interesting because what they did is something that is legal. They put themselves on, they use their website, which anybody can visit. And because anybody can visit the website, the traffic that goes to that website counts as views on their streams and stuff. And let me tell you, that's not right whatsoever because it is still view botting. But that's embed botting. That's what my old manager called legal view botting, because there's nothing that companies can do about it because it's embedding. And it's widely accepted that lots of people do it that way.
Twitch actually has a way of handling embed specifically.
Yeah, I think now they do, but like back when my manager talked about it with me, they didn't.
And Oscar did it as well.
Too.
It doesn't count towards your actual registered views on Twitch, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
It just counts towards the live counter nowadays. It used to be the same thing, like the view would just count regardless. But now it's a bunch of if-then statements. Think like Yandere Dev wrote it.
Or Thor.
What were you gonna say, Tim?
Oh, then Akko even asked my opinion after the old manager mentioned it.
Oh,
yeah, I remember when he talked about it, and I was like initially when he told me about it, I was like, well, if it can't get me banned, I don't care, but I understand why that's a problem. Like 100% I get like, that's a problem. That could definitely, because again, it's like false, you're making up false numbers. And it just doesn't fit.
It's just going to hurt you in the end. It always will hurt you in the end. And I mean, Jesus Christ, like I had mentioned, Opera GX did it with their fucking VTuber. And look how that went. People fucking besieged them for what the scum shit they pulled. Because if I remember, if you used Opera GX during that time, it counted toward the view.
Yes, she literally got hundreds of thousands of views, and it pissed off a lot of people. I don't even think they were intending for it to do as good as it did, but it just ended up happening. So glad I don't use them anymore.
Like, disappear from the internet or some shit?
No, she still is here, but I've heard that allegedly she like uses her past life account now as well. So
probably a good idea.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. You know, less controversy and less baggage.
Yeah. Speaking
Each new tab was a view. Oh Jesus.
Speaking of VTubers leaving their past life, do you guys know Araculture? Araculture is like a not a VTuber band, but like a anime-esque brand that's ran by a artist that draws really extravagant, really not safe for work art. Well, not all of it's not safe for work, but a lot of it is not safe for work, and I could not ever show it on my screen. But like Araculture was like a company that like they kind of started, and this guy was kind of like one of the main artists for it. And they started with a VTuber as the head of their brand, and that VTuber's name was Aruna Reaver as like the head of Araculture. And she's been kind of like the head of that brand, like she's been the face of it for like over a year or something like that. And it was one of those things where today she announces that she's no longer part of that company, which was really weird to me because it's just like she started as the face of the brand. So it's just like, well, do you have access to that model? Does it make any sense? And she's just like, I'm no longer part of the company. And I was like, well, is there a specific reason? And they're like, no, which I think that there is. But I think that part of the problem is that because she was the brand VTuber, that was all that she was probably seen as. Never heard of it? That's fair. They are kind of like more niche. And again, if you like sexy art, you probably would come across them eventually. I actually looked into commissions by this guy because the guy recently opened commissions. Want to guess how expensive it is to get commissions of this guy? Here, I'm going to pull up art. Let me see if I can find art. Araculture. I do actually follow them. Their VTuber is still the head of their brand. I forgot about that. Let me see if I can find some art that he has done. Oh gosh, that's a video. That's not actually Let's see. Don't worry, I'm not showing my screen, so it's not that big of a deal.
I know you're not, but still, it doesn't mean we can't have a freak out at something you should.
That's art he's done. That's art he's done.
Ah, I see.
He's done crazier art. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, yep. This is art he's done.
Okay. Oh, I recognize that art.
Yeah, you know that art. This is the art he's done.
No, I recognize that art because that art's actually on my mouse pad.
God damn it, Temp!
I didn't know. I bought it off Amazon.
I'm gonna hit you with a rock.
Here, let me see. Yeah, I can't reliably show a picture of this because it is like legitimately way not safe for work.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's a damn bit that you can show.
Those are some fucking thunder jugs.
They're beautiful.
You know what?
That's still gonna get you hit.
I don't think.
Yeah, that's gonna.
I've seen this guy's stuff at conventions. Like
listen, she's not naked. She's got stuff covering the bits.
You can show it if you want, but if you get hit, I fucking warned you.
There's a camel toe.
Yeah, that's a moose knuckle.
Oh, never mind. Here, let me just go to his main pro.
Joe Campbell's trying to sell.
You know what?
Cigarettes.
That one's better. That's better.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here, let me. Well, I can't show that, but this is Default 17. Default 17 draws very fantastic art. His commissions are $700.
Holy shit!
God damn.
God damn.
$700. If I ever get the money that I want to throw away,
then fair enough.
If I ever get money I want to throw away.
Listen, I would much rather buy a server rack first than buy art from him. But if I ever have $700 spare to throw at this man, I'm just going to tell him to draw me. All right? I'm just going to tell him to draw me because it is fantastic. I will also say right now, he is the reason why I like tattoos on girls. Because of how he draws tattoos.
My Jewish wallet cries at this knowledge, Hako.
Oh God.
Server rack, yes. No, yeah, I would rather have a server rack than buy art. But if somebody if I magically somehow got $700, this is what I would buy.
Cries in Jewish finances.
No, yeah. I've hidden my screen so chat can't see this, but again, this guy is what made me.
Chat just said, Akko, can you move? I want to see the shield.
This guy is the reason why I like tattoos on girls. This he does it so well. I was just I'm addicted now. Imagine a model drawn by him. I think he's the one that drew the Aruna girl. He's the one that drew the other girl. Here, let me pull up.
Nice.
Aruna. I'm pretty sure he drew her model. Pretty sure.
Sorry, Pyro Rampa, you just got cucked by Akko.
Oh, right. She's also a Fansly whore. I forgot about that.
Rip.
Yeah, that's right. She's a Fansly whore because she does ASMR shit. Never mind. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's the thing
Yeah,
that.
Oh, look, she's just got a picture of all her toys. Oh man, that's
my God.
Wish I could show. Oh, there's just
boy.
pictures of her chest. Oh yeah,
I mean,
no yeah.
It's not good to show
She's
them.
got Woody and Buzz and all the gang there.
I'm just.
Oh, never mind.
I'll
She
just
didn't have
say
her
this.
model drawn by him.
Oh, rip.
Maybe initially it did, but her most recent one wasn't drawn by him.
So I was just simply going to say this. I will tell you this, chat. Twitter is the worstest place to fucking look for talent because most of them, I'm like, oh, this person seems interesting. Clicks, Fansly, and at least for me, other people would probably say, why is that disqualification? Yeah, well, for me it is because I'm not interested in this content. I'm not.
You don't want to be a
all.
pimp.
Yeah, I don't want
You
to
don't
be
be
a pimp.
slipped back.
I'm not interested.
Bro,
Yeah, shut up,
bro,
bitch.
See, the pimp life didn't choose me. I chose the pimp life.
Oh, here's the one that he did for her. Here's the pictures he's done for her. Can't show that.
Absolutely, you can't.
It's a good picture
yeah.
though.
It's just
Wait,
it's
can I
just
be
sad to
recruited
me.
if I showed some ankle one time? Because that did happen.
It's fine.
Oy vey, you showed ankle. How dare you whore? You fucking whore.
A Jew named Slipback?
Oh.
Yes. Wait a minute. Did she... That's the same picture. She recycled images of her dildos. What the fuck?
Why do you care?
Yes, she did. Holy shit.
Is that it?
One of those looks familiar.
Yeah, whores do this, Akko. Whores recycle pictures. It is how it is. Welcome to Twitter. Welcome to whores. This be a normal fucking thing. And this right here, chat, is why I'm just I just don't vibe with this. I don't like this culture. I don't feel it's healthy. It's not good for people's mental states. Sure, it can give me a lot of money, but you know what? If I just wanted money, I would do a whole lot of other things that are so ethically wrong that I might as well have just sold my soul. And I'm not interested in doing that. The reason I do this is because I want to take care of authentic, good people. And that's the whole reason why I like doing this.
You want to
If
make
you want to do this,
real
go off,
content.
Queen. Yeah,
well, I'm
I
not
wanna
a
make
good person,
real
but I am
content.
authentic.
Shut up. But what I'm just trying to get at is if people want to do this, fine, whatever. Just know you're going to get flack, at least from me. That doesn't mean it should be illegal. I just don't think it's fucking good for you, especially you mentally.
No, I get that, and I agree. I agree. I don't know. I wasn't really. I'm not really trying to judge this person right here, but it is really it is really funny that it's just this person. Oh, never mind. They're an OnlyFans whore.
Yep. And I have encountered so many people that seemed a little funny, check their shit, and then I scroll down. Obviously, I see it in the bio, and I'm like, oh. And then I decide to scroll. It's like, all right, well, that's strike one. Let's see if there's anything else. And then if I see other things, I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah,
I just want to say real quick. Oops, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say real quick, the way my Yippee is positioned behind Neat, it looks like one of two things. Either I'm saying, Mr. President, the plane hit the second tower, or
nothing personnel.
I'm ready to sniff him like Joe Biden and be like, L'Oreal.
Well,
Sorori is one of them too. Yeah, I knew about Sorori. Apparently, what's their name? Not Shy Lily. What's that other
Shy Lily
one?
has one too.
Oh, lovely. But Bao the Whale
Bao?
also does that Fansly shit?
She
And I'm
did.
just
In
like,
fact, she just
why?
got banned from TikTok for, I think, somewhat similar.
Yeah, and that to me, I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
I actually pointed it out to Akko the other day too, because Melody came off of her post leaving VShojo vacation.
Oh boy.
And she doesn't list YouTube or Twitch in her streams at all this entire week.
No.
She only lists OnlyFans, Fansly, and Chatterbait.
Oh.
Temp is admitting that he's one of the few people that still follows her.
Listen, chat. I know.
She's hot. I'm sorry.
Listen. I do not judge my talents for what they decide to spank the monkey to. I mean, I'll bully the ever-loving Christ out of them, but I'm not going to punish them for it. Aside from
judge
being
them for you.
violently bullied, you can yes,
What if-
judge,
What
but
if the
do not
talent
punish.
enjoys being bullied?
Oh
To
well,
be
then
fair.
it makes. Go on, Tim.
Bull, if you actually looked at all the people I follow, you would bonk me so many times.
I'd bonk you until you grow a new brain.
Yep, sounds about right. Totally right. VShojo and more like VHoYo. That's good.
Yes,
Oh, that's a nice
still-
one, Gale. Fuck yeah.
they're good. Although, to be fair, after what I saw the last couple of days, Melody is not worth it anymore.
Excuse me?
Bull knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get the joke there is ho is in whore, but I immediately thought of fucking like Hoyoverse, like Genshin and Zenless and shit.
That's fair.
Now I wanna listen to
Serapher
music
says,
now.
wait, he's a talent manager? Yes, hi. Hello, I'm Akka's manager. Nice to meet all of you. This is the first time we've met.
He's
Hi.
he's a good chunk of people here as talent manager.
Yeah.
I just find it funny how people still
Not me.
people still keep being like, wait, he's a talent man? I feel like that needs to be a fucking meme now on the server. Wait, he's a talent man?
He's the
I got
Sakuna.
that so much.
You're Sakuna without Sakuna, basically.
Melody is textbook definition of dumb whore, especially with her COVID vac statements.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I mean, it doesn't matter, but
Oh,
yeah.
Oh well. You know, Temp's still gonna spank the monkey to it.
Guess so.
I mean, to be fair, silver is better. So
Bro, I'm not even gonna ask you to go into that. I don't want to know. I'm not gonna ask.
I
how
feel
you
like
know.
my
I'm
I
just
feel
gonna
like
sidestep that
my-
one.
no,
I feel like my
she-
stream's getting taken over and talking about whores right now. and
Sorry, no,
I really am not interested in
she-
talking about whores.
I'll be done saying it. She just commonly retweets the not safe for work art. Her chat does,
Ah, okay.
which is good. It's good stuff.
Moving swiftly
it?
on.
My opinion is that they're all whores, and if you take away their whoredom, they lose a lot of their personality. Some of them less so than others. I don't think it's equal across the board, but a lot of them is just if you take away the because like when I hear about a lot of these creators, it's just like what do I hear about? Oh, they're extremely horny people, and it's just like, okay, what else do they got? Oh, they're extremely horny people, and I want to fuck them. I was like, if that's all they got going for them, then I know why I don't follow these people or find them interesting, and it's just like, I don't know. I said this the other day, and I don't have the tweet on me, but I was basically just like, we have an epidemic of like VTubers where the only thing that they're good at is telling you how badly they want to suck your dick or pretend to make you feel like they want to suck your dick, and it's just like,
Yep.
I miss.
That's definitely done wonders for VTuber's image. Much thanks, everyone.
Well, it just makes me remember why I only have one VTuber that I like, and I don't even watch her a lot, and that's Maury. Maury is the only, and Maury doesn't even talk about sex and shit. I mean, I know sometimes she has some funny jokes, but like, I like her, one, because she's on a leash and she keeps it in check, and two, her thing isn't her whole past personality is a couple of different things, and music is one of them. And that's what I like about her, is that she's more than just shitty K-pop like rip-off songs.
Oh,
that some of these.
lady?
Yes, the horse lady.
Horse.
I'm just mentally scarred by that. I can't ever like unhear that audio.
I just love that got back to talent management and they took her horse away.
Maury avoids the subject. Well, that's good. I mean, like, again, I actively look at some of these VTubers, and it's just like, they got nice models, but if you take away the nice model, like, and you take
away the nice model, you take away their ability to talk about sex, and they're just dead as a doornail when it comes to humor.
Yeah, it's just like, what do you have beyond just being a whore? And it's just like, oh, I don't have anything. It's just like, then you're not a VTuber. You're just an OnlyFans person. And that's how... And again, maybe I'm mean for saying this, but that's how degraded they are to me. You're just not worth the attention. And again, it's just like, if you like them and if you like their content, you like what they do, great, fantastic. I'm glad for you. But like, as me, and I view this in the lens as well as of normal people that look at this. I view this in the normal lens, just like, yeah, I kind of feel embarrassed sometimes that a lot of the times the more famous people that the normies look at are all the whores. All the whores are what people see first. And it's just like, it would be much better if I didn't like tune into a normal like content creator and they're like, I can't take VTuber seriously because they pull up a video of Bao crying because she was betrayed by Shylily, or I can't take this person seriously because they have tits that are too massive and there's no personality behind it. Isn't that just mostly women? I don't feel like it is just mostly women.
Sometimes it's men too.
I mean, I know that women are horny behind the scenes, but most women like hold it in check because they are interested in like creating good experiences with other people. I don't think that the women that act like the I see VTubers do online are a majority. I don't think that whatsoever. And I know that because I talk to normal people every single day. I talk to normal women when I was at Amazon. I really enjoyed delivering to people because it really showed me a side of life that most people don't see if they stay inside all day, or most people don't get if they don't interact with a lot of people. And I'm not saying anybody in chat in specific is guilty of that. I'm just saying that okay, well, you said it, not me. What I'm saying is that there is a problem where a lot of people think that this kind of activity is okay, and it's just like, no, it really isn't like a normal thing outside of this. Most people outside of this are normal. They go to work, they come home, they die, they have families, and that's their life. And it really does, like, and I'm not trying to get on a moral feeding part here, but like, it just...
I wish that they would separate their shit more often, though. At least from their like front-facing brand shit.
No, I agree.
I would say this. So, chat said, why do you need to take VTubers more seriously? It's not just take VTubers more seriously. It's called, there are people, right? Because the whole thing about being a VTuber is you don't need to show your face. So if, you can keep a degree of anonymity. Maybe you don't feel confident about yourself. Whatever the case, you don't need to show skin. And for some people, this was a way to have fun, not worry about it, and then people took them at face value for the character and the entertainment they give. And then other people, let's say, want to do interviews, want to talk to people. Well, it's a lot harder to, broach those subjects, talk with certain groups, talk with advertisers, just to give you guys an idea, when the majority of people see VTuber. When you say VTuber, think whore.
Yeah,
because guess what? Why would a company that does legitimate medicine want to talk to me or want to do advertising with, my talents if, it's like, oh, well, you're just whores. Why is it we want you? We want to actually be taken seriously. So it's like, sure, the people doing the fansly are not doing anything wrong, but you're not doing anything right either.
And I think
keep it separate, like Petite said.
It kind of goes beyond for me because it's just like I had two separate thoughts the other because when I had my interview with Quintheo, I talked to him. I was like, "Do you know any VTubers?" He's like, "Not really," because I just look at all VTubers the same, and they're all just kind of look like whores to me. And it like really struck me. It's just like, yeah, that does kind of ring true. And it's just like I'm not trying to make VTubers. I'm not trying to normalize VTubers because I don't want VTubers to escape the ethos and be like a normie thing because I think that would be a horrible thing.
They already are. Let's be real here.
They're not. They really are not. Compared to the overarching world, I still feel like VTubers are still very shut in terms of like how many people know about them. But my
people know about them just for the sake of making fun of them.
Exactly. There is like an industry of making fun of VTubers now, and unironically, even though I am a VTuber, that's kind of an industry that I'm in right now. But like. I feel like it is just it just I don't know, maybe I'm going about it the wrong way. I just look at it and it's just like it bothers me to see that when if I wanted to introduce VTubers to a real person that I think would enjoy it, they just look in and they're like, why is it full of a bunch of whores? And it's just like, well, it's not, but I understand that's all you see. There's no win-win here. And again, I'm not really looking for normies to come in. I just want people to stop. I don't want VTubing to just evolve into whores. That's because that's what it feels like it's devolving into.
And what someone in chat said, they said your opinions, but to me, VTubers will always be entertainers first. Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I got into this for. Entertainment, not sex.
No, and sex is a very niche kind of entertainment. And it should never like replace the main form of entertainment, in my personal opinion.
True. So can we keep the big anime titties though? I kind of enjoy those.
Yes, we can keep the big anime titties. That's not an issue with me. That's not an issue with me. I just want there to be personality behind it. Because if there's personality behind it,
comedy. Like
I want to see way more VTubers that like I have not seen a VTuber that like is a good commentary VTuber. Because all I see now in terms of like quote unquote commentary VTubers are a whole bunch of people that are just sitting and reacting to Asmongold all day or reacting to random ass content, and it's just like you're not good or memorable. All right, like I want there to be commentary VTubers that actually like make good content talking about things, and I want there to be like VTubers that are in multiple different topics, but we don't have that. We have the shit tubers that just do slop all day, and then we have the whores. And it's just like if those are the two categories that people want to move into, it's just like why not just use your face or be another Turkey Tom?
Like it's funny because I don't know if you've seen some of my tweets recently, but I was talking about, hey, are there any VTubers who have worked retail or customer service? Would you like to come on for an hour, 2 hour long video to like talk about that shit? And I was surprised how many people fucking responded.
Well,
so it seems like there is a market for that shit out there. People are starved for actually good commentary that's like about relevant shit.
Yeah.
There is always a market. The problem is that people need to know how to, quote, market to the market. You got to be able to get yourself out there. You lucked out, and I think that's good. Did you do that stream, by the way? Have you done it yet, Razor?
What stream?
Talking about retail. Yeah, the thing.
I have not done it yet. No.
Cool.
It's not going to be a stream. It's going to be a video or a series of videos at this point, considering how many damn people responded.
I'll go kidnap a few talents and make them talk to you as well.
Okay, if you want to do that, yeah, that's
and since you said it's going to be a video, perfect. They have no excuse. So, time to kidnap my talents.
Okay.
Video streaming is a $250 revenue, and all of it virtual. events and esports, there's money just knowing how to market. No, yeah, I agree. I mean, like, for me right now, a lot of what holds me back is my laziness and the drive to make things. Because if I could make things, I do think that I would like do better than I do. It is kind of demotivating to watch a lot of people, my peers and people around me, just evolve their content into just reacting to shit. And it's just like, you know, you really could do way better, and you really could make way better content. And watching you do this just makes me sad, because I know that you're worth more. And it is just kind of like depressing to watch and to see go on, because like, again, it's the slop way of walking into it. It's just like everybody's deciding that it's easier to sit down and react to Asmongold or to whatever. I don't care at this point. It's just, is that all you're worth? Because if that's all you're worth, you're not worth watching.
I'm sick of the VTubers that like react to Asmon, fucking Seanhead.
I am too. All they do is react to Asmongold, react to Seanhead, and it's just like, you're shit slop. I'm sorry, you're shit slop, and you're not worth watching. Again, maybe that's mean of me to say. Maybe people are going to come out and say I'm a horrible, mean, awful individual for saying that. I don't care. I really don't give a shit. The quality of of good content needs to come back, and I almost feel like we need to shame people for making shitty content like that, because we're not going to get good content until people realize that right there is just shit tier content. I also think that unfortunately it is made because there's an audience that's willing to just lap it up, and maybe there needs to be a talk on that. I don't know. That's why Lucky wants authentic self. No, yeah, I mean, like, that's why I like Lucky. Is I'll be honest with you, I would hope that Lucky evolves into something to where we only have authentic creators and accept nothing less. I don't know.
Absolutely. And I mean, I just would like to bring this up. You know, this is an old video, so I'm just going to give the boomers in the audience nostalgia. Shout out to Emp Lemon, because he's said this as well when it came to, you know, memes and shit. When he went after Behind the Meme, it's like, well, they're not doing anything wrong. Yeah, but are they doing anything right, though? And that's the major thing, is if you just don't have standards, you let standards slip, then you get mediocrity and crap. And that's where we are currently right now in current year plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally with everything, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Again, it's just really depressing, because there's a lot of content creators, some of them I don't even know, where it's just like I look at their content and it's just like, oh, you're interesting. What do you do? And it's just like, all they do is react. Like, their main content is whatever they do on stream, but whatever they clip out and put on is just reactions to stuff. And I'm like, is that it? Is that really what you want to introduce to your audience? There's so many other cool things that you could introduce. And what I see from you is shit. So, and like I said, Chad, that's a video that I'm working on. I'm thinking of a proper way of going about it, because I know that if I do talk about it, like, people have told me if you go about it that way, you're going to piss people off. And it's just like, maybe some people do need to be pissed off. Maybe some people need to hear that, like, this is a very degrading kind of work that I have the most utter contempt for. And people that do it must not have a lot of love for themselves to do it.
Agreed.
Bao got her TikTok account back 7 minutes ago. Oh, okay.
Oh, congrats. But I will say, that's why I enjoy these conversations, because we have the most wildest shit, and then, you know, you get us laughing our asses off, especially at the wild shit Akka says, and then I tell people, clip you because you say horrible things, and then we can...
Nobody clips me.
Like Wheelchair Isekai.
Wheelchair Isekai. That damn one needs to be a clip. Wheelchair Isekai.
Though I take credit for that one.
Yeah, I'll make sure that it's emboldened. Stolen from Jazz.
There we go. You know, maybe this does need to be made as a clip. I really need to get back to clipping and find the drive to get back to clipping. But I want to make the Tectone thing a clip. I want to make this a clip, and because, like, this is important to me. And I don't know. I am just one tiny little sub 20,000 subscribed channel, but like, I would not trade the viewers I made from actually making videos that I feel like are important for slop shit that I know people are going to forget the next day. Yeah, I guess that would be my question to end off today here is, like, is your content, and I'm speaking to these slop people in general, is your slop content really something that you want to be remembered for? Because if that's all your YouTube videos are, and that's all you're choosing to be remembered by, you're not going to be remembered as the and maybe you don't care, but like that's the way I look at it. It's just like, is that how you want to be remembered?
Is that your legacy?
Is that your legacy, as being a slop tuber that everybody's like, oh, they just made shit tier content we really don't care about? Like, legitimately, I think about it like this: if your YouTube channel was deleted tomorrow, would it matter to you? I mean, like, obviously it would matter because you're losing money, but is there any opinion, any like videos that you made that actually are worth saving? Or is everything that's been put out and produced so fake and disingenuous that it's just like, it doesn't matter because I can get the exact same conversation about how much you love Shoe on Head from woman number 69 that also reacted to Shoe on Head. So
nice.
Sorry, I'm very passionate about it, and it's like bothering me more and more recently. And I feel like talking about it.
No, that's fine.
Like, we need VTubers that do more than just be whores or react to stuff. So anyway,
exactly.
I did. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
No,
yeah,
please go ahead.
I seriously think we need VTubers that will branch out into more shit. I mean, the fucking retail thing, that's definitely one of many things I'd like to do commentary on. But then also, I feel like the other avenue I want to go down into is I don't see any VTubers really covering paranormal shit.
No,
I'm
not really.
big into that stuff, so I might corner that too. I mean, it's part of my fucking lore. Is I run a PMC that deals with the paranormal. So
do it. Don't just say it. Do it.
Do it, and hopefully you don't get your organs pulled out through your asshole.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not actually gonna physically go to a place, but I'm. Just
okay. I was like, oh boy, Razor's gonna go to an insane asylum that was abandoned 90 years ago. Let's see what happens. We never hear from him
okay.
again.
Okay, yeah. Zach Baggins going around like, come at me, bro, and then there's like a horny, like homeless guy coming out of the shit. I was like, oh, I'll be coming, all right, white boy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll be honest, I thought you were implying that he was gonna like discover something he wasn't supposed to, and then they'd get him. and then we'd all have to say, yeah, but then they got him.
Anyway,
they got him. Anyway,
I think we'll end off today talking about how Boogie2988 put on the Sonichu medallion and how fucked he is now.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It always comes back to fucking Sonichu, doesn't it?
Is he going to be the stunt double for the Boulder when they remake Indiana Jones?
It's not bad.
Damn.
See, here's my thought process. Boogie2988 can't get worse than he already is because he's already at rock bottom. Like, I honestly don't know how he could get much worse. He lied about fucking having cancer. Like, where is he logically going to go next?
I think you will be impressed when he decides he's at the bottom and then decides to keep digging and create a new bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, he already did it once. Who's to say he can't do it again?
You'd be surprised what a fat man will do for a chocolate bar.
Oh, look at that. He had to sell all his game consoles. Aw.
Well, he is already like...
There's one in the corner.
He's already going... He's already like losing his house or some shit like that, so I don't know.
Oh,
See, he started the curse prematurely, so now it's gonna be even worse.
It's gonna be. Is he just gonna drop dead in a week?
Or he's combining like the Boogie curse with the Sonichu medallion curse.
Fucking curse stacking.
It's just debuff. Now he just has Doom.
Says, so is Razor going to start a Ghost Chasers channel? Come on, Razor.
Now, okay, there is a great opportunity here to do horror VR maps.
Oh yeah, or VR maps. There's plenty of ideas.
I mean, I have
Interesting.
VR. I just need to figure out how to fucking record it.
I'll sit down and talk with you about that later, but let's get back onto what Akko wants to talk about. So Boogie here, Mr. Chonkerson 3000.
I'll be honest, there really isn't much to talk about with Boogie. All it is just he put on the Sonichu medallion, and I don't really know how it can get much worse.
Oh my god,
Thank you for the
Shadow
5.
Milkers.
Like I
Shadow
said, he's gonna
DLC
crash and burn
H.
somehow.
Discovered mom has milkers and gave $5. I'm hoping once my rebrand goes through as Crow Loli Baba, my lazy butt can prioritize making content again and make Bull proud. Sparkling heart emoji.
Yeah, I
Aw,
missed.
you already make me
I missed the little crow. I still have the art that you got of the crow and Daco.
Aw, that's sweet.
No, it was not sweet.
God damn it!
I did.
Damn,
I
you're
will.
getting hit with a rock!
I will just tell you right now. I didn't ask for it. It is just something that I was given.
Oh no. I'm
Remind me-
curious.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hit you, Gale.
There's one other minor thing I wanted to talk about, and allegedly people are saying that Donald Trump has passed away.
What?
That
That's the
sounds
first
like
time I'm hearing
bullshit.
that.
Yeah, fucking
That would be all over the
Keemstar.
fucking news.
Keemstar said that allegedly he has passed away, and I doubt it. I really doubt it.
Yeah.
I really doubt it.
I feel like that would be much bigger news if it actually
That would
happened.
be literally national news the moment it comes out. Like,
Like
Yep.
international
fucking
news.
kidding me?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, everyone will be talking about it.
Yeah, apparently Keemstar is saying that he passed away, so
So that's clout.
possible. Yeah,
And that's big.
I believe he may in fact be full of shit.
that is also possible. Yes.
Sorry. Does someone have the fake news quote from Trump?
Fake news. You're
Just
fake
telling
news.
you what was on his channel or his Twitter account.
All right.
It's not confirmed by 2 people, one of which is Trump. To be fair, I would totally imagine Trump crawling out of his grave to say, "I'm dead. Bye."
Bye. Later, fucks. Chat, bait used to be believable.
I know, right? It's just one of those things that he
Really?
apparently is saying. I don't really believe it.
Bait
though.
used to be believable, but this is the worst bait possibly ever.
And now people are saying it was me. I'm the reason.
Hmm?
I got Trump. Oh no. Chat, please. I
no.
don't want to get disappeared.
Anyway,
I don't know what's happening to
I
this
might be
country.
in the
We used to
mer-
have the best bait.
In Mari
Here in America.
like a cancer.
I might
person
be a
died.
part of the guild, chat, but that doesn't
Bring
stop
back
the men in
great
black.
baits.
I am gonna read this last super chat here. Devastator for 2. So Razor's gonna start Ghost Chasers. Yes. Chat, I'll be back tomorrow. Today's Friday. Yep, tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I didn't get to talk. Speaking of Trump, I didn't get to talk about my disappointment with him, so I'm going to have to remove that. I didn't also talk about the slop tuber that blocked me either, so that's going to get moved to tomorrow as well.
See, this is what happens when you invite people to come on with you, because it will railroad.
No, it's fine. I like it when I have people on here. It allows me to talk for multiple hours on end with people about shit. So I'm just going to exit out of the
Hooray.
things I didn't get to talk about today. Or the things I did talk about today. I talked about you. I didn't talk about you. I talked about you. And I briefly talked about you. But I
Vance
got
shook hands with the Pope,
all of
and
those
it
other
killed him.
things. And I'll just talk about why even though I'm glad Trump's not dead, or allegedly not dead, I'm going to talk about my disappointment that I have with him in the Epstein files tomorrow.
Oh
And
boy.
chat, don't worry, there will never be a clone of Trump like there has been rumored for Biden, because no one will get Trump's aura at all.
I'll also talk about Kazuhana, because I didn't get to talk about Kazuhana today, and I wanted to talk about that. So I'll talk about that. I'll talk about Trump. Apparently somebody's impersonating me on VGen, and I already had to come out and say that that's not me. And I wanted to talk about the Roblox thing as well, so I'll talk about that as well.
Project Bear Todd sent
Thank you for the
$5
five.
That's not the
for
real
new
Mama
hats.
Oka. It's fake
Heading
news.
to Japan index
Hell
slash
yeah.
June before
Hang
they
on.
apply
We got one
taxes
last
to
thing to
Gajans.
read out.
Already got fights lined up with Nigerians, Muslims,
Is the
and
bot not going
Germans
to?
for
All right,
ruining
fuck
it
you,
for
bot.
me.
The bot is
I'm
reading
going
it
to
out.
Japan
It did
in
read it out.
December slash Oh, well, fuck you. No, you get a readout from me, from the bull. Heading to Japan in December/January before they apply taxes to gaijins. Already got fights lined up with Nigerians, Muslims, and Germans for ruining it for me. All right, let's go. Project Libtard. Congrats.
Anyway, I think that's a wrap for today. I appreciate everybody for coming by. I will be cutting this down and making it into a video. Hopefully at least the Tectone segment, which did end up being like a decent chunk of it. So I'll be doing that, and I'll make it somewhat clickbaity just for fun. I mean, I'll make it clickbaity within the terms of good clickbait. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming today. I deeply appreciate it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Excuse me.
Bye,